Greetings, everyone. Greetings. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Finally in recovering mode. I'm good, though. How's everybody doing? How's everyone else feeling? What the deal is? What the motion is? What y'all get into today? So you was right. Right about what? I'm feeling good. Just recovering. Yeah, I know. Little head, chest cold. It's nothing. It's nothing. We are in the final stages. So I've been working all day. That's what I like to hear. I made spaghetti and garlic bread. That sounds so good. That sounds so good. It sounds like one of those, it sounds like comfort food to me, because that's what I grew up on. So glad I got off my 2-week cold. That's too long for me. You know what I mean? That's way too long for me. So I'm eating Panera. Panera bread's pretty good too. I'm gonna have to order me some type of spaghetti or something later on. I don't know. I just want something wholesome while I rest and relax. I just put 2 words together. Relest. Y'all heard it. You heard it here. Exclusive. Relest. I'm a relest. I'm a relax and rest. You know what I'm saying? I'm a relest. I have no idea what the hell this is. I got it from Walmart. I thought it was fly, so I bought it. Yep, y'all heard it here first. It's an exclusive. Relest. I'm a relest. A lot of y'all ain't relesting. It's okay, Bailey. I'm gonna feel better. I already feel better. This ain't nothing. I wish I would define my life by the way I feel. I wouldn't be working. Like, I wouldn't be working if I didn't feel up to it. So, trust me, I'm good. You hear the stuffy nose, but don't think I'm not feeling well. I feel just fine. Smoked neck bones, mixed greens, and potatoes. Nobody's invited me over for dinner, though. So all of y'all can kiss the broadside of my ass. All right? Everybody making all of this good stuff, bro. Like, so drink some warm lemon water. Already in the plan. So that would be all up in your kitchen making soup. Don't tempt me, Bailey. I love soup, too. I could live off soup, like, forever. I'm early, so that's why I'm just chopping it up with y'all. I love you, 360. I'm early. I'm like 3 minutes. Well, I was 10 minutes early when I first got on, but... Hey, I'm gonna have to get one of them for real, though. That's fly. Give me some bucket hats. That'd be crazy. Any kind of soup. As long as it's not like clam chowder. Who eats clams? Who eats that? Feeling a lot better than I was yesterday. Trust me, I'm on my ritual kick for myself. Don't nobody else tell me what they cooking. Don't nobody else tell me what I want to hear it. I want to hear it. I want to hear it. Keep it to yourself. I hope you enjoy your dinner. That's cool. I'm gonna go to Walmart later on and get all the fixings for my spaghetti. It's gonna be cracking. You ain't never seen it. You know what I'm saying? Make me some garlic bread, some tortilla soup. Ooh, I swear. But welcome everybody. Welcome to day 22. Day 22 of the 52 days of ritual. Today is the child protection and cleansing ritual. Shalom, shalom. Today's one of those days where Children are my favorite subject because they are the most astonishing yet highly neglected beings in existence. You know, people imagine that children are stupid, like they don't know nothing, like they don't come with nothing, like they don't have a purpose or a mission in life. And oftentimes we try to control their direction, and then that's where we bump heads with them. You know what I'm saying? Because you were a child once and your parents told you what you could and could not do. You know what I'm saying? Said black woman is God. Black woman is not God. We are all God. I'm not gonna say black. I don't agree with that statement. I'm sorry. I'm like, whoa, pause. But I do worship and honor the black woman, though. Don't think I'm not saying that. I do worship and honor her. Says she is the first God. Actually, no, she is the first creation. The original God was genderless, which means there was no type of sexual organ needed for reproduction. Nothing. Because life didn't start in the physical. It started in the realms. Traveled through them things. Travel through them things. It's a lot deeper than that. But I honor what you're saying, though. I hear you clearly. But no. But yeah, like today, one of them subjects that I like talking about the absolute most, because children, Olodumaris, can talk about it. Ashe Olodumare. But yeah, like I when it comes to children, they hold a special place in my consciousness, not just in my heart, but in my consciousness. Because I understand, even when I'm walking past like children in the grocery store, like I can see their greatness on them. And then I often look right over at the parent. You know what I'm saying? I often look right back over at the parent like, do you see what I see on your child? Like, do you see what I see in your child? I don't know your child from a grain of salt, and I can already tell that they're meant to do something great. And a lot of times, parents put their own will upon their children. This is what I want you to be. This is what you're going to be. This is what you're going to do. This is what you were meant to do. I knew your purpose before you knew your purpose. So when a child comes and they decide to do something different with their lives, you feel like they're being disrespectful to your plan. And they had a plan long before they ever were in your womb. And we have to learn to honor the fact that we don't know everything about everything. I don't care how you felt while your child was in your womb. They decide their purpose. They decide their mission. They decide who they want to be. Not everything is as pre-planned as everybody is saying, because if that be the case, nobody is actually free. We are all slaves to some plan that we can't fathom. And I don't believe that. I believe the plan is not made until the child makes the decision. Just like you, your life plan wasn't set in stone until you decided to set something in stone in your own life. And so we get these children in our lives, right? We see something great on them. Like, let's say, for example, your daughter be singing, right? Your daughter be singing. And the very first thing you think is, you're going to be a great singer someday. For who? For her or them? You might find your child has a super brain. I call it the super brain. You might find that they're a genius. And next thing you know, you're gonna do something that's gonna change the world. And so you try to stuff them with everything you think that's right for them. Like you try to stuff, and you're doing your best, because I'm not coming down on your head. Let me be clear. I'm not coming down on your head. What I'm saying is the plan is not solid until they decide what they want the plan for their life to be. We cannot put in motion for someone, because I always say, look at yourself. Look what your parents did to you. Like, look at what your parents did to you. Look at how many of you could have been way further in life had your parents not tried to control your narrative. And when we look at that, that's how we should view our own children. We should look at our own children the same way. Like, what do they want to be? What do they desire to do in this world? What is their purpose? And a lot of you try to live through your children. What'd you say? Said, my mother told me if I didn't sing for the Lord, I would not sing. I was told the same thing. I was told I would be a great prophet of the Lord, and if I didn't take that path, then I wouldn't be doing anything. And here we are. Here we are. The plan is to scare you into who they believe you should be because they think that's where you'll be safest. But if you're in an area of your life that you don't love, you're really not doing nothing that's bringing you life. You know what I'm saying? We can't live our whole lives dedicated to the service of others. You can't put that on your children. You can't make them out what you want them to be. I don't give a damn if you had a prophetic dream about it. You cannot make them out to what you want them to be. And oftentimes we lose bonds with children because we're angry or disappointed in their decisions. Their decisions were made because you tried to make a decision for them. You tried to hide the world from them and everything that's going on with the world, and now they're wilding out. Now they're wilding out. Now they're like, yo, I don't really want to do that. Hey, mom, I don't know. And you like, you gonna do this. You gonna do this and you gonna do that. And if you pay attention to society as a whole, matter of fact, list 3 things that your child can only be into. I'll tell you. Because if your child can sing, then they're supposed to be a singer, right? If they're really fast and athletic, then they're supposed to play sports. You know what I'm saying? If they're a genius, if they're really smart, either they can be a doctor, a lawyer, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all of these categories that they're trying to place everybody in, and we do what was done to us to our children, and we can't raise them that way. We cannot raise them that way, because if we raise them that way, they'll end up submitting to a life that they don't desire. And then that's how generational curses are born, because they have to submit to something they didn't want to do. Now they're going to make their children do the same thing, and so on and so forth, until what they become becomes traditional. Now when it becomes traditional, like the family of doctors. My great grandfather was a doctor. My grandfather was a doctor. My father was a doctor. So I have to be a doctor. And if I don't be a doctor, everybody's going to be disappointed in me. And they're living up to the standards of what other people think they should be. And that's a very dangerous place for a child. Have you ever asked your child what they want to do with their lives? And if you have, and they said, I don't know, did you get angry? Or did you say you still have time to figure it out? The kind of parent you are will define the type of child or adult they will become. So my grandparents told me I couldn't be a lawyer. Women, especially black women, do not become lawyers. And come to find out, women are some of the best lawyers out there. A lot of time, and of course, because your parents are your first image of authority. Greetings. OG, greetings. Your parents are your first line of authority. They're your first bully, your first teacher. You know what I'm saying? The first thing you view, the first people you view as someone above you that's wise, that knows how to direct you in life. But the truth is they can't direct you if you're not wanting or desiring to go in that direction. And the reason that I'm talking to y'all like y'all children is because I'm talking to your inner child. There's so much that you wanted to do in your life that you never accomplished because you listened to somebody else. Do you know, my own brother told me one time, right? He said, yo, bro, he like, man, I know you like to sing or whatever, but you should just stick to the rapping. And I said, yo, you have no idea. Me singing and rapping is like 0.2% of what I'm capable of. You can't see me in my wholeness because I've never revealed that to you. But because of what you see, you think you can put me in a box, and therefore we lose this connection and relationship. There are things that your children are keeping from you right now, and it's not all trauma-based. It's their dreams, their goals, and their desires because they're afraid that you're going to step on it. Social media steps on everybody's dreams anyway. It steps on their dreams. So now your children are silent. If you have the type of child that doesn't express, you need to have times where you open up the floor to listen. And when I say open up the floor to listen, don't just sit them down at the table, the dinner table or wherever y'all eat in y'all crib. That's not good enough. That's not good enough. You got to take them out into an open space where they feel open, where there's extravagant things around them that makes them feel comfortable to be creative, because you don't understand. People, we always think creativity is what we can do with our hands. Said, I apologize. This is going to be hard for me today. My child altar is easily triggered to the front. And Antonio, I got big, major bear hugs for your inner child. You're straight. Trust me. You're good. You're good. Stay strong. Stay firm. Because I'm not only talking about children, I'm talking to you and your inner child also. Because it comes a time in your life where you have to resist the things that people tried to convince you that you were capable of and actually be and do what you're capable of. Because the truth is this, Antonio, and I tell you this, and if it resonates with anybody else, then it resonates with them. What your parents did to you and what your parents told you was the biggest lie ever. They didn't fear that you would fail. They feared that you would actually prevail and be successful. And so they tried to put you in all of these boxes and tell you who you should be. And you've already defeated the curse and the spell that they tried to speak over your life. You're already successful. You're already victorious. You know what I'm saying? And we can't be angry at our parents for what they tried to manipulate us to becoming, because they didn't have a chance to be what they wanted to be. They were controlled by someone else. You broke free from that, Antonio. And I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. Let me be clear on that. Like, I'm so proud of you. I know it's not easy. I know it's not easy. My whole family, I swear this is why they don't know what I do today. Because my whole family, either I'm working in the church or I'm a devil. And see, I don't understand why you do that when you're supposed to do this. You can't tell me what I'm supposed to do. I don't even care what you see for me. Just because you're trying to see for me, just because you have a connection with something you think I don't have a connection with, you're trying to control my narrative. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to control my shine. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to control my vision for what I have for my future, and you can't. You can't. And I'll abandon anyone that tries to cause me to abandon myself. A lot of you watching right now, your inner child is screaming to do something, but you feel like I'm too old for this, so you won't even try. Nobody told you the things that your inner child is screaming to do. Nobody told you to make a career out of it. Sometimes it's just to have fun. Sometimes it's just to bring new life and new energy into you. But you feel like you have to make a career out of it because the way we were raised is, if it's not making you money, it's a waste of time. I assure you, I never, hear me clearly, I never officially want to be a music artist. It doesn't interest me. I tried it already. I went down that road because everybody said that's the road I would be successful in. But I've met more success in being a shaman than I ever did being a music artist. And now that I understand that music was never meant for the world unless I decide to share it with the world. But it was meant for me. It was my safe place. It was my safe space. It was where I could go to write out exactly how I felt without anybody judging me. Because you could say what you want. You could put it in a song. You could say I'm addicted to cucumbers. And somebody would be like, man, I don't know, that slap. You know what I'm saying? It's my safe space. I make music for me first. And a lot of times we put ourselves last because of what our parents tried to get us to become in our lives. And I need you to understand that your inner child is begging to experience new life. New life. Remember how curious you used to be? Be that curious again. Greetings, love, greetings. Be that curious again. Be that curious soul again. I wonder what this is. I wonder what this does. When's the last time you went to Walmart and went down the toy aisle? Y'all don't go down the toy aisle? Every time I go to Walmart, I go down the toy aisle. Not because I'm going to buy a toy, but because I remember what it was like being excited to get a new toy. I remember what it was like being excited to just try some stuff I never tried before. I'm like, okay, I'm going to try this game. Y'all remember Bop It? Y'all remember Bop It? That used to be lit to me. Great memory game. Simon. Y'all remember the Simon Says game? You know what I'm saying? Great game for me because it was memory. It was memory. I was always in my purpose. But my purpose was being controlled by people who were afraid of just how expansive my purpose could be. I was always in my abilities. Remember Operation? A lot of you were operating in your purpose at that time. And your parents tried to take it away because you didn't take it serious. Their version of serious means I want to go to school to study this. I got my 10-year plan together, although you weren't nothing but 5, 6, or 7. You know what I'm saying? Said my new toy interest is home stuff. And you gotta do what it is that you love to do. Said for some of us, the toy aisle is trauma, which is exactly why you need to go down the toy aisle. Because if you're talking about the trauma of never ever getting a gift, I come from that background. That's why I used to be a thief. That's why I used to steal everything that I wanted. Because I was like, bruh, mom and dad can't afford no Christmas gifts this Christmas. Mama in her room crying. My birthday passed by, no gifts. You know what I'm saying? Mama make a little money, no gifts, no none of that. It was rare to even get a gift. You know what I mean? Like, I come from that background. But if you got trauma on the toy aisle, you need to go down the toy aisle and knock everything into your basket. Because now that you're an adult, you can get what you want without anybody telling you you don't need that. Said we being beat, cursed out, or teased with toys, etc., which is exactly why you still need to go down the toy aisle, because the very things that were used to put fear in you can become your new safety net. Every time you look at something that used to weaken you, it should strengthen you, not trigger you to run from it. Because I was beat with a little bit of everything also. You ever been beat with an industrial extension cord? The industrial one, the fat yellow one. You got to step. The child in you says, avoid that because it scared you the last time. It hurt you the last time. You know what I'm saying? So the child in you is saying, don't go down that aisle. Don't, I'm so scared. But sometimes you have to give that inner child a hug and say, everything's going to be all right. Nobody's going to hurt you anymore because now I'm protecting you. A lot of our traumas, how do I say this? A lot of our traumas can be solved. The issue with our traumas can be solved if we would face the trauma itself. Like, we have to face it. We have to understand that in our adult years, ain't nobody finna hit us with whatever they can find. Because trust me, if you can hit me with whatever you can find, I'm going to hit you with whatever I can find. Whatever I can get my hands on. It was especially like that in black households. I can't say what it was like in yours. Caribbean households also. Latino or Latina or Spanish households also. Like, everything that they could find, you got hit with. And it was always for the dumbest things. And you know what's creepy? When you actually did something bad, you didn't get punishment or a whooping. You got talked to. Like, look at your report card. What's going on with you? Just talk to me. Oh, you left the plate in the sink. Come here. Like, whoa. You know what I'm saying? Like, whoa. Like, whoa. When I actually do something wrong, I don't get punished. But when it's something light, I get punished. And that trauma or that trigger causes you to not do anything that seems useless in your adult years. All you do is work, go home, and go to sleep. Wake up the next day, work, go home, go to sleep. Wake up the next day, work, go home, go to sleep. But if somebody suggested you go out and take yourself out to the restaurant or a restaurant, you wouldn't do it. Some of you want to go skating. I'm finna buy me some rollerblades on Amazon. I just want to rollerblade around the neighborhood. You know, some of you won't even do that because you feel like it's useless for you to have fun because you were taught that fun didn't have a future in it. Not understanding that creativity happens when you're having joy or experiencing or living in joy. So I don't know what you're talking about. Granny made us go get the Switch. I ain't never had to go get a Switch because it was a lot of shit to hit me with in range. There is so much that you can do to heal your inner child once you reassure your inner child that he or she is safe. But it's the same thing that happens for those of you with children. A lot of you are having a hard time connecting with your children because you have a hard time connecting with your own inner child. You think your child is wilding out and you don't understand why they're acting the way they're acting when you yourself have become distant because you're afraid of failing as a parent, which is causing you to fail as a parent. Do you get what I'm saying? You're so worried about not parenting correctly that you actually stop parenting correctly. Now you wonder, with everything you do for your child, you wonder if it's good enough. You wonder if you were too firm or not firm enough. You wonder where you went wrong if they make a wrong turn. You beat yourself up as a parent every single day. And I always tell y'all, ask your children how you're doing as a parent. Because trust me, they've evaluated more than they will tell you. And I do, they've evaluated, especially if you like took something from them, like their Xbox or their PS5. Like, trust me, they evaluated you right there in that moment. Like, you don't take my PS5. You're supposed to be my mom. You're supposed to love me. It's just crazy. Then they had to think, maybe I deserved it. You know, maybe I did do something wrong. They are evaluating you at all times. And those of you who don't have children that are in here, I'm talking to your inner child too, because you might punish yourself the same way. Oh, I didn't accomplish all the tasks I wanted to accomplish this week, so I don't deserve to have fun. I don't deserve to have joy. Oh, I'm not going to go do that. I'm not going to go enjoy my friends. I'm not going to go out to the bar. I'm not going to go out to this club. I'm not going to take a walk because it makes me happy. But I didn't do anything to earn my happiness this week. Happiness is not something you earn. Happiness is something you are. Happiness is something that you deserve no matter what you have done or have not done. And this will turn you into a better parent in the future, because you have to understand that sometimes your children are facing challenges that you'll never understand. You want them to understand, like, let's say, for example, you're helping them out with their homework, right? They're not ignorant. They know exactly how to answer the question they're asking you for help with. But when you try to explain it to them, they become afraid that if they get the answers wrong, they're going to be shunned for it. And so their ability to calculate properly shuts down. And now that they're shut down, both of you are frustrated. Now both of you are frustrated, sitting there angry at one another. For those of you that are new here, welcome to day 22 of the 52 days of ritual. This is the child protection and child cleansing ritual. Not only the children in your life, but the child in you. Do you know what I'm doing right now on this camera was always my dream as a child? I knew that I would talk to masses of people. I just didn't know how I was going to do it, because everybody was trying to control how I was going to do it. And so it felt like I was going against life itself when I decided to do things this way, because I was afraid that everybody wouldn't be able to accept what it is that I was doing, right? And like a couple years back, I had a vision of my mother. She crossed in 2017. I had a vision of my mother, and she took me into this room, and she pulls this thing from under a lamp, and a chakra bracelet falls out. And after the chakra bracelet falls out, so does a big chunk of amethyst. It falls out, and she acknowledges. She's like, you know what I'm saying? And at that point, I had peace, because a lot of you are still trying to please parents who are already proud of you. They're already proud of you. They're already proud of you. Once they get over to the other side, they actually see what's really going on, the truth in what it really is. You know what I'm saying? A lot of you are still trying to please them. That's why you walk away from what you really want to do for yourself. You don't want to disappoint them. Oh, I don't want to disappoint my mom. I don't want to disappoint my dad, or I don't want to disappoint my family, because some of you are dealing with bindings to your whole family, not just your mother and father, your aunts and uncles and grandparents. That it's a tight-knit family. You know what I'm saying? It's a tight-knit family, and everybody knows what everybody is doing, and everybody has a say-so in what everybody is doing. And so you're trying to walk in the vision that they have for you, which will never make you happy. Never. Never. You want to be happy? You got to walk in your own vision, whether they support it or not, whether they come out to a show or not, whether they support your business or not. A lot of times they're not going to support what you're doing because it's not in alignment with who they thought you should have been. Do y'all get what I'm saying? And I ain't talking to you. I'm talking to your inner child, because they want to come out and enjoy life. You're afraid that enjoying life is wrong, and so you stick in your little shell. and it ain't did you no good all these years. It's time for you to come out of that shell. Part of the homework for this evening or whenever you got time is to go out and do something your inner child or your child, the child that you are, always wanted to do. That's part of your homework for tonight. Just go do something, find something, book something online that you've always wanted to do. Just go do it. It doesn't have to have a purpose. It doesn't have to be in divine order. It doesn't have to be from your spirit guides, and it ain't gotta be that deep. You need to learn how to have fun without thought. Ain't no child thinking this is gonna be fun and this is gonna enhance my cognitive abilities. No, they're like, I'm gonna take this scooter and I'm gonna jump over the curb into this grass just because it looks fun. It's been a while since you did something that made you happy, the real version of happy. The kind of happy where you can't wipe the smile off your face because you spent so many years painting a fake smile. So many years where you forced a smile. Instead of doing the things that cause you to smile on automatic. Then you wonder why you're so tired. You don't gain energy. I know a lot of people want to debate the concept, but you won't just gain energy from the healthier foods you're eating. You know what I'm saying? You won't just gain great energy from Reiki and grounding. You gain good energy and strong energy from life experiences. And the things you experience have to be in alignment with your joy, not just in alignment with some deep purpose to save the world. We got to get out of that. That's something that our parents imparted to us that makes us feel like if we're not doing that, then we're not doing anything. And it's not true. It's not true. Because we're actually doing more than we can fathom. But are we having fun while we're doing more? Are we enjoying life while we're doing more? Are we walking in a purpose that brings us joy? Or are we walking in the purpose that makes everybody else around us satisfied? You have to ask yourself this all the time because you're really talking to your inner child, which held the template of your purpose and your destiny long before you ever spoke your first words. And then take that evaluation and look at your own children and understand that they too deserve to be free, no matter how stressful your life may be. Bars. Take that and look at your children. They deserve to be free, no matter how stressful your life may be. Some of you didn't choose to be a parent, but you chose it. You know what I'm saying? Some of you didn't want to be a parent, but you are now. So all you can do now is wake up every day and be the best supporting parent you can be. Not just a ruler over your children, but a safe place for them to come and come out of their shells. If you call your child weird because they're not into the things you were into, you make them go into a shell. If you tell them there's no benefit in the things that make them happy, they go into the shell. If you tell them I'm afraid for you when you do that, they go into a shell. Now they're not good at risk taking. Now they don't want to take no chances. Now all of the things that they believe that's really great for them, they start hiding from, or they start hiding from you. And this is when peer pressure kicks in. This is when their friends start suggesting dumb shit to them to try out. And now all of a sudden your child is doing drugs. Your child is out drinking long before they're 21. You know what I'm saying? Your child is out doing the most in the world. You're like, how did it get here? Because you might have shut them down in a moment where they were trying to take the opposite direction. If it's hard for you to bond with your children right now, it's because at some point during that relationship, you ignored the bond. And I told you, your children are watching you. Your children are watching you. Said, what? Said, I find myself being guilty of being jealous of my kid having the parent I needed. And you got to stop that. That's dangerous too, love. That's dangerous too. That's when your child becomes your enemy. That's when you start making excuses of why you can't support them because you wish that you had what you're giving to them. When all you need to do is give yourself what you're giving to them. But you believe talking to yourself gentle won't work. Said, no, some are just ungrateful. Where did that ungrateful nature come from? If you always look at your child like your enemy, no matter how they turned out, no matter how ungrateful they may be, where did that ungratefulness come from? It came from somewhere. You know what I'm saying? It has an origin. It has an origin. The thing is to forgive, because if a child is being ungrateful, because they're most likely not a child. Because if they're a child, saying they're ungrateful while they're a child is crazy. You know what I'm saying? If they're adults, that's different. But if you have older, like teenagers, like older teenagers, and you're saying they're being ungrateful, then the thing you're providing, stop providing it. At some point, you got to understand that it's your job to handle the roof over their head, put the food in their belly. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you're a listening ear for them, but they don't have to be grateful for what you do for them, because it wasn't their decision to be born. It's your job to be their parent. It's your job to be their parent, not a tyrant and not their enemy. But I understand what you mean by they're ungrateful. But are you sure they're being ungrateful, or are you just tired of having the duty of being a parent? Do you think they should tell you thank you for everything you've ever done for them every chance they get, because you're tired of being a parent? But in order for you to answer that, you got to keep it real with yourself. Most of you feel like it's horrible of you to say, I'm tired of being a parent. But if you never say I'm tired, you're the one that's lying. You're the one that's hiding. And then eventually you blow up on your own seed. Now that you've blown up on your own child, now y'all enemies for life. They will never come back to you. They will never. And when I say never, they will never come back to you. And so your bond with your child is important. How you treat that bond is very important. You know what I'm saying? Of course, everybody has different circumstances. I do understand that. But the bond is the same. You're a parent. You're a parent. Either you're happy to be a parent or you're having a hard time being a parent. And you have to keep it real with yourself about that so you can get rid of the frustration. Because until you get rid of the frustration, no conversation will repair what's going on in your life. If it's hard, say it's hard. You know what I'm saying? If you're tired, say you're tired. But I often tell parents this. This is why we got to get back to the village mentality, because a lot of parents need a break. But they're afraid to say they need a break because they feel like that's bad parenting. But the truth is, some of your children are a handful. You know what I'm saying? Some of your children are a handful, and they got it honest because you're a handful. Where do you think they learned it from? They didn't just pop out like that. They learned it. The behaviors that they're exempting right now or they're showing right now, they learned it from you. So if they're careless, it's because a part of you is careless. If they're little jerks, it's because a part of you is a jerk. If they're a little devil, it's because a part of you is a little devil, little demon seed, you know? And that's when you have to be honest with yourself. Do you like your child or not? Because if you don't think your child can feel you pretending to want to connect with them, that hurts worse than anything. And a lot of you went through that as children, where you knew your parents thought you were strange. You knew your parents thought you were weird. You know what I'm saying? You knew that they couldn't really get into what you were into, and they pretended to like it anyway, and you felt like they never really cared. Why would you do the same thing? Why would you do the same thing? Said, I'm tired though. That's where you start. That's to be honest with yourself about being tired will change the way you parent. Now, you have to understand that because you were treated the same way as a child, you deserve space as an adult. And you have to learn when to take that. You got to learn when to tell your children, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Like, leave me alone right now. Like, I just need some alone time. I just need to be by myself. Can y'all please not bother me for the next couple hours? Can you please not ask me any questions for the next couple of hours? Because your children can also be lit jerks too. They know you're annoyed quickly, so they come ask you crazy amounts of questions on purpose. So what if we don't have an outlet for a break? Every parent has an outlet for a break. You just have to find a way. You just have to find a way. If you keep telling yourself you don't have a way, you're binding yourself to a situation you're trying to escape from. Then you're going to really hate your children. You know what I'm saying? That's when your little ones become your enemies. And when your children become your enemies, there's no peace in the home. And when there's no peace in the home, nothing gets done. Nobody gets along. Everybody's an enemy of one another. There's always a way out. There's always a way for you to take a break. There's always time for you to take breaks too. But do you take the breaks when it's time for you to take them? Do you take your breaks when it's time for you to take them? Or do you use your breaks as moments of escapism? Because a break is different. When you need a break, that's when you take some time to yourself. Escapism is trying to run from the responsibility that you created for yourself. Your children deserve a sane parent. You know what I'm saying? They need a sane parent, not one that's on the edge all day, every day. Some of you wake up and yell at your children all day long, and they ain't even did nothing wrong yet. And then when they finally, and then when they finally do something wrong, you don't even yell then, you just get out my face. You're doing to them what your parents did to you. And the cycle continues. And it continues, and it continues, and it continues, and it continues. They become an older version of you, a more empowered version of you. I hear what everybody's saying about gentle parenting. I've heard it. I've read a lot about it. Well, lightly, I should say, not a lot. I've read a bunch about it and seen how everybody says you should be a gentle parent. But most people that throw the idea of gentle parenting out there don't have gentle children. That's not going to work on their children because they've already been programmed against gentle parenting. And so now you done tried to remix your whole relationship. Now you've raised an asshole and you're trying to be a sweetheart tool. Now you're like, please don't. You don't have to talk to me like that. You can just talk to me respectfully after you've cursed them out half of their life. It's too late. It's too late. Not saying that you have to be a villain or evil to your children, but it's too late for you to try that route. The best thing you can do is let them know, regardless of how I raised you, I love you. The only way for you to break that cycle, beloved, is to actually spend time with the very things or children or beings in your life that you've created or you've turned into enemies. So let's say this. Let's say, for example, I want you to plan a family outing, right? Family outing. Because if your children are adults, this is not going to work. Because adults think that they don't need their parents. I'm adults. You get what I'm saying? But I want you to plan an outing with your children, right? And this outing is not about you chewing them out. This outing, you said, I'm leaving Friday. Congratulations. First of all, congratulations. And that's why I'm saying congratulations to you, because I know the story, beloved. But plan the outing with them. This outing is not about chewing them out. This outing is not about what they're doing wrong and how they're getting on your nerves. This outing is about a pouring out of pure love. That's it. That's it. This outing is about a pouring out of pure love. Not a moment to chew them out for how they get on your nerves and sometimes I just wish y'all help me clean the house. No, this ain't what this outing is about. Pure Love, because sometimes children rebel because there's no love. You think because you told them you loved them, they felt it. Loving your children is an action, not a sentence. Sometimes they want to share things with you and they can't share it with you. Do you know how bad that hurts? You've been in that position before. You've been there. Now, after you do this outing, if that don't work, then there's approach number 2. Everybody sit your ass down and listen. Because I've tried the other way. But until you've tried the love way, don't let frustration take over and control your relationship. You can't bond with someone you don't know. I gotta sneeze. Come on, come out, sneeze. Jesus. You can't bond with somebody you don't know. No wonder you feel separated from your child, because you don't know them. You know things about them, their personality. You know things about them, their personality, but even their personality is not who they are because they're influenced by their peers and their surroundings. You don't even know them. This is why the outing is important. If you have younger children, I suggest you take that and go out. Take them somewhere. Go get something to eat. Go sit and laugh instead of treating them like they're embarrassing you because they make funny noises when y'all go out. You're so irritable as a parent because you never take time to actually parent yourself. You can't blame them for your irritation. Because what causes you to sit in the midst of it? When they are acting outlandish, because children do, teenagers do it all the time. They just get up and they make random noises. You know what I'm saying? They just get up and they run around the house. Like, what the hell? That's you. That's you right there. What? Why? But it's also something about not having control over your house. So how do we parent ourselves? By giving yourself the kind of love that you wish your parents would have actually given to you. Yeah, I know how children are. That's why I stopped having deep friendships with people with children, because I'm all for a parent needing a break. So I was all for people dropping their children off over here. I got hella devices. They can watch whatever cartoons they want. I got popsicles and snacks and whatnots in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? Do what you do. I'm going to put my headphones on. Don't hurt yourself. Don't break nothing in my crib. And then I found out that most people's children are just downright annoying. Like downright annoying. You know what I'm saying? I was like, nah, I can't do it. I can't do it. They don't have discipline. And discipline is not about being a tyrant to your children. It's about letting them know that I too matter. My life matters. I may be your parent and I may have brought you into this world, but I still have a life and I'm going to live it, and you're not going to interrupt that either. I provide for you what I can, but I also need to provide for me. If you're homeschooling your children, you need separation days. All that time, which is cool though. I wish parents that homeschool their children would talk to parents whose children go to public school, because then you'd understand why they're frustrated all the time. To be cramped in the same space all day long, every single day, is hell. You need time in separation. You know? You need time to separate. So what you have to do, if you don't have children that can govern and watch themselves if you leave the house, find somebody that can babysit for a few hours while you go get your feet done or something. You know what I'm saying? Said, I have a hard time not resenting myself for becoming a mother. I miss only worrying about me. But Andrea, do you take that out on your little ones? And Antonio, good job. Please, please, even if he wasn't autistic, please don't subject him to Florida schools. No child should go through that. None. Not one. No matter how you feel. Because part of the healing inside of you, say, I don't, but I know I'm not as present as they deserve. Because you resent them. You resent them for taking up a space you believe is supposed to be for you. Instead of raising them into the adults that will provide you with an even more peaceful space. Because you're not someone who wants to be alone, and your children help you not be lonely. You just have to make sure that your bond with them provides you peace in that togetherness. But in order to heal that, you got to be honest. That's why I'm telling y'all to be honest. That's why I keep saying that. Like, be honest about the way you're feeling about your children. This is a safe space. I'm not judging you. I'm not judging you. I don't have children yet, thank God. Because I know I'm selfish. I know when I want me time, I want me time. And you're going to get the hell out my face when I want me time. Or we going to have a problem. We going to have I know. You know what I'm saying? You have to be real about it. If you're frustrated, if you really didn't want to be a mother and you're having a hard time accepting the fact that you're a mother, until you're honest about it, it's always going to be awkward between you and your children. Said, I just get annoyed by them messing with all my stuff in my room. We'll get them smaller versions of the stuff you have in your room. If you have little ones, like the little curious ones, they're so adorable. They want to touch everything, although they shouldn't. Get them smaller versions or play versions of the things you have. They're not touching it because they're nosy and they want to be all in your business. They just want to be just like you, even when they get older. Like for those women in here who have daughters. Why would you touch my makeup? Why are you using my body spray? Didn't I buy you your own? They're watching you be a woman. And they're trying to become you. For the fathers in here, like, son, I bought you your own brush. I bought you your own comb. Don't you got your own shoes? Because your son's feet done got big. He can fit your shoes now. I don't know what's going on with this next generation of kids, but they're giants. But they're trying to be like you. They're not trying to abuse your stuff. They're trying to be like you. So shop for them like you shop for you. And they'll start leaving your stuff alone because they have what you have. So you're going to be the best dad, for real, for real. Oh, my son, he gonna be spoiled. And he can do whatever he wants. Because I remember being told to shut up as a child. I remember I think my mother said it. I was in the shower singing once. And she was like, shut up. And my dad pulled me to the side. He said, son, don't you ever stop singing. You sing as much as you want to. And now look at me. I can actually sing. You know what I'm saying? I'm never going to tell him to shut up. I'm never going to tell him he's getting on my nerves, because trust me, he will have his own space and he will learn how to be responsible. From the time that he can talk a full sentence, he will learn responsibility. He will learn not to do shit that's going to put his life in danger. You know, like skydive off the kitchen counter, like stuff like, because children just do stuff. Like they just do stuff. Said, I buy her the exact thing as me and she will waste hers and steal mine too. I need you to understand, beloved, and I know it sounds like I'm on your head, but I want to say thank you first and foremost. Because you are giving me an example, or you're giving me examples to help teach people with. If you buy your daughters or your children the same stuff as you and they mess it up and they come get yours, it's because in that case, it's not about the stuff. It's about the bond they have with you. Let me ask you this. Have you ever did your makeup together with your daughter? The bonding moments are important. They're very important. And everything doesn't have to be serious. Like, let's say you're in the mirror, right? I swear I got kids already, the way I'm talking, right? Let's say you're in the mirror and you putting lipstick on and your daughter's trying to put lipstick on, right? Instead of trying to make it a serious thing, because as adults, our lives get crazy. We don't have no time to play. We don't got no time to interact. We don't got no time to be wasting time. We don't got no time to be playing around. We got things to do. I have places to be, people to see, and money to make, right? Our children, that's crazy. I even say it like, come on in, my children, which means my queen gotta come. All y'all bring y'all asses, bro, on everything. But oftentimes, our children don't give a damn about our schedule. They don't care. What do they know about you having to be at work at 7:30 a.m.? They do not care. They do not care because responsibility is not something they have learned yet. It's not learned because they believe right now in their life they're going to live a whimsical life for the rest of their day. They're going to be able to get up, turn on the PS5 for the rest of their life. And the way that society goes now, they really might be able to do that and be millionaires from it. But next time you do makeup in the mirror, I want you to take your lipstick, right? When you're putting the lipstick on your daughter's lip, I want you to smear it all over her damn face. I want you to smear it all on her and let her wear it the whole day. Like tribal paint. Let her wear it the whole day. When you're doing nails, get messy. You know what I'm saying? Fathers in here. Fathers, for the fathers in here watching. Bruh, let your son go out mismatch. The shirt don't have to match the shoes. The pants don't have to go with the outfit. And for real, if you just being whimsical around the house, the shoes don't have to go on the right foot. We often try to make our children into a representation of us, and we ain't even going nowhere. We're not going nowhere. My mom used to say that all the time when I was younger. Don't do that. You represent me out in public. I'm like, Ma, all I did was, you know what I'm saying? All I did was grab a titty, Mom. That don't represent you. That represents me and my desires. You know what I'm saying? It's the things that I want to do. You know what I'm saying? Said I got arrested around this time last year because of my mom. I want you to keep pushing your GoFundMe for your sacred land. I'm going to need you to push that hard. So when you're ready to move out, you can just move to that. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to need you to push it hard. Like push it like your life depends on it because I want you to have it. Because oftentimes we imagine that we can bond with our parents forever. But the truth is, I don't even talk to my father. Bro, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? And as much as I've tried, I cannot be the strong place for him. You're going to have to be fine with the fact that your parents were parenting you until you were old enough to parent yourself. Say, my son always wants to wear his shoes wrong. He's just rebelling against your order because he wants to be an individual. You know, there are shoes out there that you can find online that don't match a certain foot. Our shoes in America point a certain way to let us know. Some shoes are just straight. Maybe you should buy him some of those. You don't even know what foot is the wrong foot because it ain't no such thing. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of you have to understand, because I need to help heal your inner child too. A lot of you need to understand that now that you're an adult, your parents don't want to be parents anymore. And I know it hurts, but it sounds just like you, doesn't it? You're waiting for your children to be adults so you can take a break. And that's what's going to drive you nuts. Said, I just feel like a failure because it seems nothing works and I don't want them to hate me. I love them and they know you love them. They're not going to hate you. Let me tell you something. Let me share my own story with y'all so y'all understand how children view things. My family never, ever, from the time I was an infant up until now, right? Never really had a stable place to stay. Never. I remember my mom and my dad trying to gather up as much money as they could so we can get a hotel room for the night. And we couldn't even get the hotel room for the night. Do you know where we slept? In the parking lot of the hotel. I remember having to go live with my aunt, and the family gatherings happened, and my cousins who had more stable homes would laugh at us, would tease us. You know what I'm saying? They would go crazy on us. You know what I'm saying? That's why y'all going through this. I never thought people would tease you for your struggles, but it happens. We never had a solid place to stay. But you know what I do remember more than always having to live in a car or move from this place to this place, pack up at a moment's notice and go? You know what I remember more than all of those things? My mother thinking she was funny, although she sucked at cracking jokes, which made it more funny. I laugh like my mom now, where, you know, the scream where don't no noise come out your mouth, but your mouth wide open. She thought she was legit funny. I remember that growing up. You know what I'm saying? I remember my father being adorable because he's a thug, a 10 Deuce Raymond Crip from California, right? And a Black Panther. I remember him being a thug, but I remember him trying to be soft in those moments to be gentle, and I thought it was adorable. I thought it was freaking cute. Like, I thought it was cute. Like, you're tough, Pops. Be tough. I don't try to be, come here, son. Let me talk to you, son. Just let me give you a hug, son. You stay over there with that. Like, back it up. Like, back it up. This ain't even who you are. This ain't even who. I remember my mom, even when we were struggling, she used to take us to the park. I remember my dad, even when we were struggling, he always had some music playing. Like, he always has a boombox. Big batteries in the back. Bruh. All of these things, I remember more than our struggles. And the reason I'm telling you that is because what you have is not as important to your children as you think it is. The experience or the love that you give them will count for more later, even if they're pretending to not notice it right now. Society causes your children to look at what you possess in this moment right now like it's not enough. Because, of course, if a child gets on TikTok, right? They on TikTok and they scanning through TikTok, and on TikTok they see a 12-year-old that lives in a mansion. They're thinking to themselves, well, why can't I have that? Well, I'm sorry. I wasn't cut. I wasn't born from money. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. Or they go to the store and they're looking at other families. This is why what you teach your children is very important. So they're in the store and they're looking at other families. You know, you in the store, you know, you give them the typical broke family rules when you go to the store. And I say that with respect because I just told y'all where I come from. You give them the typical broke family rules. Don't touch nothing. If you ain't buying it, don't touch it. And so you walking past that same toy aisle, right? And it's a parent grabbing everything off the shelf. Mommy, I want it. Mommy, please. Mommy, can I have it? Sure, whatever. And you're like, damn. Now I feel like I gotta buy my child something because I don't want to look like. And that's because you believe your children don't understand your circumstances. And they do. They know you can't afford that right now. And they know you would do anything to get them the desires of their heart. It is you who believes you're a horrible parent because you can't parent like everybody else parents. You will never be a parent like everybody else, the typical TV parent. This ain't the damn Brady Bunch. This is life. Your circumstances should not define who you are as a parent. Straight up. A lot of you feel guilty about what you haven't been able to do for your children, not understanding that the things that your children want you to do for them changes on the regular basis. This week, your daughter want to be a ballerina. So, go on YouTube University and let her watch ballet videos before you go out and try to buy a full ballerina outfit and get her into a ballet school. Stop trying to hone in and own her destiny before she decides what it is. Your son want to play basketball this week. So you go to the store and you buy him the shoes. You buy him new fresh basketballs. You even go to Walmart and get the little basketball court, right? You done spent mad money on this just for him to shoot around once outside and never touch it again. Now you're out of money, frustrated about the money you need to make back, all because your child is just experimenting. Trying things. Most of the stuff your children are trying to try Today, you can take them somewhere and let them do it for free. Oh, Mom, Christmas coming up. I'm telling y'all this for a reason. Christmas coming up. I really want a trampoline. You really gonna buy them a trampoline? Like really? Like really? Or does your circumstance make you not be able to have a trampoline because you don't even have a backyard to put it in? Now, do you feel guilty? Hear me and hear me clearly. Said 350 gone football and he quit 3 weeks later because football hurts. You gotta have a savage of a child for them to play football at that age. You know what I'm saying? But now what do? Do you stress about your circumstance, right? Or do you start having date nights with your own children? Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me and hear me clear. Or do you start having date nights with your children? Because trust me, most cities in most states, most countries have a place where they have trampolines like the gyms and the jump places where they got the basketball hoops and the foam pits. Save up once or twice a month. And because children don't even love, unless they're going to be a gymnast, they're not going to spend a lot of time on the trampoline. And therefore you've wasted your money. And you're not even bonding with them because you feel like it's too immature of you to get on the trampoline. Facts. Facts. But if you take them to a trampoline place, you kind of have no choice but to jump around. Even if you bust your behind. Even if you bust your behind. That's a memory. You're afraid for your children to laugh at me. I want my children to laugh at me. I want them to remember that daddy is the king of accident prone. I can trip and fall over a light breeze. You understand? Bruh, really bust my shit over a light breeze. I want them to have those memories because they need things to smile about when they're away from you because you have no idea the hell they experience when they're away from you. Do you know that the majority of your children would love to call you all day while they're at school versus playing on social media and trying to text their friends? They would love to talk to you because they're nervous in class. The teacher doesn't give a damn that they suck at speaking in front of people. Eloquent speaker, but when it's time to speak in front of people, they lose all type of know-how how to do it. They read great until it's time to read in front of people. The teacher's forcing them. Not only that, bullying reaches a whole new mixture at a new level as time goes on. Bullying used to be, there was one kid who didn't like you for whatever reason. He or she used to whoop your ass every day when you show up to school. Now bullying looks like, look at your Android phone. I got the new iPhone. Oh my God, my parents got me new shoes this year. You didn't get no new shoes this year. Now bullying looks like you can't read, can you? You're slow, you're stupid. Bullying looks different now. And so they need a comfort place. And they want to be able to talk to you all day. The dumbest question you can ask your child when they get home is, how was school? Don't even ask. Don't even ask. Take them out somewhere. Let them shake off first. Let them shake it off because they're do you know the suicide rate is going up, not in adults, but in children? They're killing themselves at school. Where do you think the majority of their stress is coming from? Is it home or school? It's school. Because at home, no matter what they do or don't have, they still have love that never lacks. But when they get to school, there is no love. I had a bully at school every grade I went to because I was a gentle giant. Gentle giant. I didn't want to hurt nobody. I was always loving and kind and happy and joy-filled. And did you know that was a problem for angry people, hurt people? I found out my bullies were struggling harder than I was. Every year. Every year. Every year. And it's traumatic because I don't want to hurt nobody. And I can't talk to my dad about it because my dad, again, Tendus Raymond Crip from California, in Black Panther. His first line out of his mouth is, "You need to whoop they ass." But I swear I couldn't hit nothing without crying. I would accidentally bump people like in the face, like walking in class, like elbowed a girl in the side of her head. I'm in the bathroom. I didn't mean to. That's not the right approach for me, because I knew I was capable of hurting people, which is exactly why I tried not to. I couldn't approach my mom with it because she was the queen of dramatics. She would show up to the school and now we got to go to court. There was no reason. You know what I'm saying? Children go through hell in school just to come home to a worrying parent. You're supposed to be their stronghold, not a higher stress point. Why should they fear coming, even with bad grades? Hear me and hear me clearly. Because not whooping them is not gentle parenting. Gentle parenting is not raising your voice. Gentle parenting is not always speaking kind. Gentle parenting is having an understanding that they go through things that not even they understand. They're afraid to tell you they're struggling in class because most people in school already call them stupid. Their teachers tell them they're already remedial. Why would they want to come tell you what they're going through? And so they sit in class all day and they do nothing. And you go, why would you do nothing? Why aren't you doing your work? Because I fell behind in one area. So what makes me think I'm capable of performing well in another? Can they say that? No. How do you expect your child to articulate that? They cannot. What they're going to say is, I don't know. And what you gonna say? What you mean you don't know? You just doubled the confusion. They're serious. They don't know. They don't know. They're going through mental issues they're not even telling you. Suicide is marketable. I don't think y'all understand that. Suicide, depression, anxiety, sadness, all marketable. The music industry is marketing that like crazy. Being a thug is marketable. Hurting people is marketable. Gangbanging, marketable. Drugs, marketable. All these things that they're consuming all the time are taking away from their consciousness, is causing them to not be able to make proper decisions in their... That's why they don't know what's going on when everything slips. Most of you need to go up to your children's school and make sure one of the subjects that they're studying is actually something that they want to do. How many of y'all got children in school right now that are studying something that they want to study? I don't care if it's a hobby class, like guitar, piano, choir, because they love to sing. How supportive are you of that? Do you sacrifice for your children or do you sacrifice for your household? There's a difference. If you sacrifice for your household, your children can be put on the back burner. But if you sacrifice for your children, your household can be put on the back burner. How many events have you missed because you had to go to work? Because you wanted to make some extra money to provide something that your child wanted, although your presence would have done way more. You know how you go to your child's event and you know how they always tell you don't cheer, like the elementary school graduation, right? Don't cheer until all the names are called. Hell nah. Soon as they say, Giorgio, I don't give a damn. I want to make sure my children know that I'm going to be loud for them no matter how many times the world tries to shut me up. The loudest, I'm telling you. The loudest. Because it counts. They may not be able to express to you that it counts. But it counts. Even if they go, oh my God, you're embarrassing me. The same children that used to bully them will now want to understand what it's like to have a loving parent. Because bullies are not born. They're created. Bullies are not born. They are created. I swear to you. Bullies are not born, they are created. Jealousy is a core piece of a bully. You look like you get more than they do in life. They don't never get picked up from school. You get picked up from school. They hate you for that. Or you at the school event and your family is cheering. They walk across the stage and it's crickets. In that moment, a bully is born. I'm telling you, because they don't know how to channel that they're hurting because nobody's there to support them. Some of you were the bully. Some of you were actually the bully. Because I can feel your guilt coming through this damn phone right now. But I need you to understand that you too deserve to be forgiven for operating out of a place of hurt and insecurity. You were young. You didn't understand how to articulate the way you were feeling. As long as you're not still a bully, there's help for you. Most of us were bullied. Most of us were bullied, and so in our adult years, we became the bully. And if you have children, you're probably their first bully. Do as I say. Do as I say. Don't ask me nothing, just do what I say. Oh, you can't clean up your room right. Something wrong with your head? Look at you, you look like a bum. You're the bully now. Your children need your love, not your judgment. Judgment should only come forth. Judgment should only come forth when you find out you got a tyrant of a child. And that's when your child, you know your child bad, your child know they bad too. They don't give a damn that they bad. That's when judgment comes forth. That's when, look, dude, either you gonna stop what you're doing or we just go out in the backyard and squab, homie. Like it's whatever way you want it. That's when judgment comes. But before then, love first. And I'm sorry that your mother has called you disgusting. But I promise you, for every person in here who was bullied by their parents, they will eat their words one day. And they gotta eat it. They're going, hear me and hear me clearly, and I'm talking to your inner child. They're going to eat it. They're going to choke on every word they ever used as a weapon against you. The goal is to belittle you now, so you never feel big later. The goal is to make you feel like nothing now, so you always feel like nothing later. They will eat every word. So in dedication to you and your inner child, please keep pushing. Please don't kill yourself. Please don't walk with your head hung low like you're not worthy. Don't do that. Make them eat their words. Because the truth is, your parents did you that way because they didn't want to be parents. They had no plans on it. They had no plans on being parents. You came in their life and you interrupted their immaturity. Think about what I'm telling you right now so you can put some of that fever to rest in your soul. When you were born, you interrupted their immaturity. You would be pissed if somebody forced you to grow up. The only reason I'm telling you this, so you can understand where they're coming from, so you can understand why they don't think they're doing anything wrong and why they don't think they should change. I'm not saying they've matured. I'm saying they found a way to calibrate immaturity and call it parenting. You interrupted their immaturity. Now they get to watch you grow up. Now they get to watch you grow up and be everything you've ever wanted to be, while they've squandered every opportunity that ever came to them, even in their adult years. No wonder they treat you the way they treat you. And what's crazy is, you would imagine to yourself, because you're mature, how could you hate me and I came out of you? But that's because they didn't want you to come out of them. But just because they didn't want you doesn't mean you stop wanting yourself. Do you hear me? Why would you? No, you gotta keep wanting yourself. Because if you give up on you right now, they win. They win. And a lot of you got the professional "I told you so" parents. They're waiting for you to fail just to prove them right when they said you couldn't. My father told my grown ass at 32, no 31, that Mexico is dangerous. Don't go. It's not gonna be safe for you out there. You're just gonna end up having to come back home again. Where am I right now? Dallas. My father lives in Vegas. Sorry, Papa. You were wrong. You were wrong. And every time anyone doubts me, I make it my personal business to prove you wrong. So to each and every one of you with a wounded inner child, let them come out. Regardless of who hates it, regardless of who dislikes it, regardless of how wild they think it is. Let it out so that they can eat every word of doubt they've ever spoken against you. If you let your inner child out, you will become a better parent. Your children might be able to dream again. So I haven't even heard her ever say she loves me ever in my life. Let me tell you something. I know it's going to sound far-fetched, okay? Okay, I know it's going to sound far-fetched. But the fact that she had you was the first and the greatest "I love you" ever. They ain't never got to be said again. It ain't never. My father would only tell us he loved us after he got done beating the brakes off our asses. Because I love you. Like, this shit is confusing. Like, you know what I'm saying? But your birth was her greatest, even if she never say it again. Your birth was her greatest "I love you." I promise you. And I love you. And we love you. And we gonna continue to love you. Cause to us, you're worth it. You know, leave one family, come join up with another one. Come over here. We good over here. Say you have been helping people heal all types of generational curses. Nothing but blessings for you. Thank you. Even, because I saw that comment too, even for the ones that were abandoned at birth, don't trip. Don't trip. Just because your parents weren't there doesn't mean you missed out on the relationship with a parental figure. Trust me, it comes in many different forms. And I know what I'm saying is facts, because some of y'all got people you call mama that ain't your mama. Such and such is like a father to me. You know how many people I call mama? And my mama was there. My mama was supportive. You understand? Like, do you know how many people I felt guilty for that? You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, I'm gonna call somebody else my mama. My mama is my mama. Like, you know what I mean? But that parental figure will show up in many different forms. So don't worry about if they abandon you at birth. A lot of times that's actually, I know a lot of you think, who didn't have your actual parents in your life, I know you think you missed out on some amazing, miraculous relationship. But let's say, for example, they kept you at birth. and didn't really want you in the first place. Let's map out ages 1 to 5. No, from infant to age 5. From an infant, you're left in your crib to cry all day and all night. They forget to feed you. You start getting whoopings at 6 months. Okay? And what's scary about what I'm saying right now is this is actually the story of a lot of our lives. At age 1, you too old to be crying. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. What you crying for? At age 2, your communication is quite decent. You know the things that you're starting to be curious about and the things that you're starting to like, but you will never get it. Never. Not a toy, not a bit of encouragement. At 3, the way you learn starts to pick up. So you start to bond with the very people that hate you. And you want to spend time with your parents. You want to be hugged up under your mom and your dad. They're like, get away from me. You get on my damn nerves. At age 4, somehow you're already old enough to take care of yourself. No mistakes. No pissing in the bed. You bet not. You better wipe your ass thoroughly. There bet not be nothing left. No messes, no nothing. Well, I don't need to feed you. You should be able to cook yourself. So some of us were subjected to some of the dumbest shit on record. I don't even want to talk about age 5. So I know you believe you missed out on having those parental figures in your life because they abandoned you at birth. But I assure you, you ain't missed out on nothing. You ain't missed out on nothing. Rarely is there anybody in our age group, I'll say from 21 to 45, that actually had a successful childhood with their parents where it was completely supportive all the time. No beatings, no abuse, no none of that, right? A lot of us have those traumas stacked up, and now that we're grown and we bring it to our parents' attention, they deny it. The worst thing you can do is deny it. To this day, my father doesn't believe that there wasn't a day that went by that we didn't get a whooping. No facts. At 5, you grown. He's to this day, I didn't whoop y'all asses every day. No, every day. Every day. And it hurts. Because all I really want you to say is, I'm sorry. That's it. Just a little bit. Come on now. No, you remember things wrong. And don't let you have hella siblings. Because trust me, you were more than likely the test child. And the test child got it the worst. The test child got it the worst when they were learning how to be parents while at the same time having more children. You were the test child. So it's even more hell for you. And do you know why I brought all that up? Because your divine, wonderful, beautiful ass honestly sitting there thinking, you're not doing a good job as a parent. Excuse me? Excuse me. Are you raising your children like your parents raised you? Most likely not. Which means, on some level, you must be doing a freaking fantastic job as a parent. And your children will never, ever forget that. I don't care how dramatic your child is. Because some of y'all know y'all children are dramatic as hell. And I do mean dramatic. Because some of y'all have the genius for the 2-year-old. You know, you tell them they can't have no more cookies today. And they go put their head in their pillow and go, "Mommy, you hate me." And you actually believe them. You actually go along with that. No, they're being dramatic. They're dramatic. Just dramatic as hell. They don't mean it. They're just saying it because they learned dramatic behavior from somewhere. You know what I'm saying? But you're actually doing great as a parent. For those of you who are afraid to be a parent, you will be an amazing parent also. Some of you are avoiding love because you know you're supposed to have children, but you're afraid that you're not going to raise them right. So you're avoiding your own happiness because a lot of your happiness is wrapped up in having a family. Say word, I'm on everybody's head. I know. Everybody damn, nope, I'm not gonna miss a beat. I'm not gonna exclude you. You think you're safe in your shell and you're not. Calling you out too. Said, I'm far from a perfect parent, but I'm there and I keep being present and open to love them all. No, you're a perfect parent because you are present. That's right, I said perfect. Because nobody can define your parenting but you. If there are things you know you want to do better as a parent, do your best to do so. But don't beat yourself up about what you can't do right now. Why would you do that? You're torturing yourself on the daily about something your child probably not even thinking about. That's why I said, for those that don't have children, that's why I said that last part for you. Because you're not escaping none of this talk either. You're not escaping any of this conversation either. You're scared. What if I'm going to be a horrible parent? Especially for the women in here. You don't even know what kind of parent you're going to be until you see that baby come about you at the hospital. For the fathers in here that don't have children. Hell, for the fathers in here who do have children. Vontre will tell you. Vontre will tell you straight up. Vontre didn't know what kind of father he was going to be until he seen that life. And was like, damn. Damn. Said, but when I think about all the mistakes I made and how it's impacting them now, all you can do is apologize for your mistakes and move forward. Because I promise you, it's nothing worse than having children who guilt trip you. Because they know you haven't forgiven yourself for your mistakes. You got to forgive yourself and ask your children for forgiveness, whether they forgive you or not. You did your part. Ooh, I want to answer this question. I know we digging deep. I'm sorry, y'all. So how can the father watch their seed be born and actively choose to not be there? I know it's going to sound dumb as hell, right? What I'm about to say to that question. But part of the reason the father can watch his seed be born and not be there after that child is born is because they haven't been born yet. Sex is cool. You understand? Sex is... We grown, right? Sex is amazing. The results of sex are what make people cower in fear. It's a part of that process. You want to raw dog it, it's going to be a raw baby coming. You know what I'm saying? But that father or that man, even that woman, because a woman can have a baby and give up the baby at birth. Like at birth. And I used to say, how can you do that? Like you're walking around with this baby in your womb for 9-10 months, right? How? How do you just give it up? And it's because the whole time during the pregnancy and all, they're thinking about how much life they've missed out on. And when that child is born, they're thinking, how can I escape this? Instead of thinking this is what's going to turn me into a better person. They have not been born yet. Yes, their shell is here, but their consciousness is not present. And I'm not making an excuse. Okay? Let me be clear, because I'm not saying it's right. I'm saying the understanding of what's actually happening will keep you from loads of drama. Because would you rather a man watch his seed be born? Same thing with a woman. Would you rather them watch their seed be born knowing they don't want to be a parent and then try to parent? Think about it this way. Okay, ladies and gentlemen watching, right? I swear, I need to write some books, fam. But like, would you rather, right? Do you really want that? Do you really want that connection with the person that didn't really want the child? Matter of fact, because here's the one, because this is a rational fear. Not irrational, but a rational fear that a lot of parents have right now. Would you let your child go spend time with somebody who didn't want them? Exactly. Hell no. Because you know they're not safe. You know they're not cared for. And you know they're not loved. Don't let it be a mystery on why someone can have a child or someone can watch a child being born and still not be in their life. That's actually a blessing, because when you're dealing, child neglect is something serious in this world right now. If you could go in your head for a moment and imagine all the children being neglected in this moment right now, it will kill you on the inside. You can't do nothing about it. Some child right now is hungry with food in the house. Some child right now is walking around with 10 to 15 pounds worth of piss and shit in a pamper right now. And nobody cares. No, nobody cares. Nobody cares. It's a child getting the brakes beat off of them right now. And nobody cares because the parent didn't want them. This is happening all over the world. Says, so if I don't speak to not even the father side of my family, I won't be wrong, right? Nope. You won't be wrong at all, because having a relationship with the father of your child, with his side of the family, will cause you to have a relationship with him eventually. And I promise you, it's the sneakiest shit in the world. Because if a father, okay, understand this, eventually your child is going to want to know who their father is. And that's their right. You can't take that from them. Because if you do, you're the enemy now. Okay? But understand that if you got pregnant by an abuser, right? Or if you are the abuser, you know what I'm saying? Either side of the fence, because I can't just call out men. I got to call out women too. If you go mess with that side of the family, right, with their family, eventually, when you thinking about dropping your child off because they want to chill with their nana, you know what I'm saying? He gonna be there too. Said if it's court ordered, what do? There's absolutely nothing you can do, but make sure your situation is better. Gather up all the evidence you need and get full custody. Full custody. But if you have a father that's trying, don't take them away from him. If you have a father that's trying even to save face, don't take them away from him. Because your children are not stupid. And they will learn. Oh yeah. How many times do you think your children can go over their father's crib, be neglected, and actually want to go over there next time? Yes, children know. That's why I'm telling you, children are not ignorant. Your children are not ignorant. And thank you for the compliment, Jinkies. They're not like, he's not trying, he just wants me miserable. That's because you're still attached to that relationship. Trust me, it's not harsh to say if it's not about the child and your relationship with the child, then there's absolutely nothing to talk about. Don't even ask me how I'm doing. Co-parenting is not possible until both parties are actually fully separated. Like fully. No more amnesty, no more anger about the relationship. Said, what if the father chooses to be a part of the child's life via FaceTime? That's good for now. You got to understand, like I'm telling you about your children, because I'm not like some type of, I'm lying. I'm trying to downplay myself. I could be a relationship counselor. But look, I'm not saying I'm some professional on these things. But understand that any effort is a great effort for a child, because to them, even FaceTime is like being in the presence of. And if it's keeping you with some peace in your life, I know you may need help with your child, but if it's keeping you with some peace in your life and keeping you away from the drama of your baby father, you know what I'm saying? Please, let it happen. Like, please. It's not up to you to define the effort. It's up to your child. It's up to the child, not you. You can't measure. You're going to have to be a parent anyway. But that's what makes you grow cold and bitter. And once you grow cold and bitter, then you start making decisions that take away from that bond. Because I can almost guarantee you, you actually do speak bad about that child's father around the child. You're so angry with that child's father that you want the child to be just as angry as you are. Because you're trying to measure I'm telling you, and it happens and I'm not judging you, let me be clear. Again, I'm not judging you. I'm just saying you're causing yourself more chaos by doing that. Because when you're ready to heal and let go of all the extra crap that happened between you and that person, your child gonna remind you. Like when I say they're gonna remind you, they're gonna remind you. They're gonna start talking about him like you talk about him. Said, no, it just hurts when my child wants him to love her and he just don't. But you can't hurt for your child. That's what a lot of y'all are trying to do. You're trying to hurt for the child in the absence of a parent. You're trying. You know what I'm saying? You can't hurt for them. You're hurt by it because you feel like that's what a parent is supposed to be, which is nothing but you trying to heal your own inner child through the reflection of the child that you pushed out. Said, I feel you wholeheartedly. And then my mother says, somewhat of a father is better than none. It's true in a sense, respectfully. Pay attention to the comments of the people that said their father is never there. And when they talk to their father, it's generic. A generic conversation is worse than no conversation at all. Feeling nothing from the person you're interacting with hurts way worse than if they were completely ignoring you. I'd rather you completely ignore me than to tolerate me as if I'm some issue or burden in your life. That burden feeling, like you know what it feels like. That's why a lot of us never express to our parents, because they made us feel like a burden. That's how they made us feel. That's what they did to us. Like, you getting on my nerves, so now I can't talk to you. Well, it's always something going on with you. That's because you're not helping me sort through what was going on before. So now I still got that issue and others are stacking up. Be my parent. No. Oh, but no. Like, no, that was too much like right. Now I'm a burden. And when you talk to me, the conversation is rushed. You can't wait to get off the phone with me. You can't wait for me to get out your face so you can get back to ignoring me. Mom, I'm depressed. You can't even use the term depressed in a black household. On everything. Better depress your ass in that kitchen and wash them dishes. That word never even came out of my mouth growing up. And from like the age of 14 until I was like 25, I was at the peak of suicidal. Like the peak. There wasn't a moment, there wasn't a second that went by where I didn't think about it. But could I tell them that? I couldn't tell my father that till I was grown. And you know what he did? He had a full-blown breakdown. He said, why didn't y'all tell me? I told you can come talk to me about anything. That couldn't be true, because every time we express, we got a whooping. So eventually I'm going to shut up and not say anything, because I don't want to bring my pain to you and you cause me more pain. A lot of you have a lot of traumas You're trying to heal. But until you forgive, you're a child of a parent. You're not going to be able to let it go. How can you expect help from your parents with mental issues if they're still hiding from their own? How can you expect comfort from someone who was never comforted? That's why I say forgive your parents. I know a lot of people be like, nah, they did me dirty. No, forgive them for your sanity. Forgive them. Because if you don't, you're going to forever walk in your life wondering why. Why? Now you got your own children and you still why? Get out of my face. I'm dealing with a lot right now and you getting on my nerves. That's you. Because you haven't been able to sort through your own traumas, which means you're missing out on bonding time with your own children. Cycle continues. You know how hard it is for your child to say, I miss you? It's cool to be cool now, right? It's cool to be cool now. Your child will not say, I miss you, Mom. I miss you, Dad. Because it's cool to be cool now. Don't express it. Say you really hit me hard today. Well, I hope whatever I'm hitting, I'm punching it out of you. I knew today was going to be a lot. I thought I could skate by simple today. Now when spirit get to talking. Your children miss you sometimes. And what's creepy is you're so hurt internally that you believe just because you're present that you're actually there. Ask yourself this question, because I know a lot of you have children that get on your damn nerves. And you always wonder why they get on your nerves. Said, not my son just gave me a hug. Healing is in the building. How present are you really as a parent? When your child came and asked you that annoying question, like why are there 8 hot dog buns in a pack? Annoying question, I know, because you don't even know the answer. But anyway, they came and asked you that annoying question. Did you hear the question, or were you so ready to answer so you can get back to hiding from yourself again? How present were you actually? Okay? Because if your children are getting on your nerves twice as much, and you know what I mean by twice as much, because twice as much is even when it's bedtime, they will come jump in your damn bed. Like, dude, it's time to go to sleep, bruh. Like, nah, I need to go to sleep. I got to go to work in the morning. That's because they've been missing you all day because you haven't necessarily been there. Just because you're there doesn't mean you're present. What's the term? What's the term? Disassociation? How often do you do that as a parent? And for the person who said, I'm not present enough, don't get down on yourself. The fact that you acknowledge that says you're ready to change it. But first you have to practice being more present with yourself. Because disassociation is nothing but avoiding what you're trying to look at or what you need to look at. When you try to float off into the clouds, you're trying to avoid what you need to look at. You need to start looking at it so there's more room for other things in your life to live within you. Your children, they want that relationship, but you got to have a better one with yourself. You and your inner child got to bond better than that. Don't ignore her. Don't ignore him. They matter too. The inner you matters too. Said, what does it mean when my child says stop caring so much? They're really trying to say, give me some space. I know that's a harsh way to put it, right? Stop caring so much. That's what I said about them little geniuses, bruh. Like, they grow up to be firm assholes, I promise you. But what they're really saying is, I need space. I would like to develop myself. I would like to spend some time with me, learning myself even more. More than likely, they're going through a mental puberty stage. And the mental puberty stage is worse than the physical puberty stage. The physical puberty stage is when everything gets awkward. Okay? That's when they start, the speech, you remember? That's when they start growing hair in strange places. They start feeling things they've never felt before. But the mental puberty stage is when everything is questioned. When your daughters start asking themselves, am I beautiful? When your son starts asking himself, is he attractive? And you catch him looking in the mirror. That's not physical puberty, that's mental puberty. They're like, am I attractive? Is my body like a normal body? And you would think, like, why are you even thinking of stuff like that? Because they have space. They have their mind is in expansion. Like your mind is in expansion. How to know if your disassociation rolled into your parenthood. If you can't remember the last important thing you and your child talked about, it most likely rolled into your parenthood. But mental puberty, way worse. And a lot of your children are going through that right now. Mental puberty, where they're thinking more than they're doing. And they're having some of the worst thoughts on record, where they feel ugly, they feel unworthy, all of these things. But it's not where you step in and rescue them at. You allow them to build their own type of strength, because they don't want to be strong like you. They want to find out how strong they are for themselves. You step in when you find out it's getting hard, and you'll know when it's getting hard, when the space that they're requesting is done through aggression. Okay? When your child goes, Mom, leave me alone. Like, just leave me alone. That's not aggression. But when your child finally raises their voice, this is where gentle parenting comes in, because you got to know the difference, right? When they finally raise their voice, and I mean the real one, where you're like, what's going on with you? Just leave me alone, okay? Gosh, I hate it here. That is when you go, whoa. That's when you, whoa. Whatever's going on in your head has taken you farther out than you can handle, and I'm here to help you swim back. That's when you say, I'm here if you need to talk. I'm not going to judge you. This is a safe space. I'm not going to punish you. I'm not going to yell at you. Just know I'm here if you need to talk. Even if you got to say that every day for the next 6 months, always let them know the space is open, because in that moment, that bond is what they will never forget. That's when, because some of y'all are jealous of parental and child relationships that you see on social media. My child is my best friend. You don't get to that point until you become an active listener. Said, what if you did that and they won't talk still? Keep trying until they do. I don't care if it's 6 years from now. Always leave the floor open for expression. For some children, they're learning hyper independence, which means they're taught that they don't need to talk. And when the world gets too tough and too heavy for them, that's when they will come for you. And they're going to be like, can you just listen? I just need you to listen. And that's all you better do. Because I promise you, it only takes a quick second for a child to shut down for years. If they say, just listen, don't respond. When they're done talking, give them a hug and a kiss, tell them you love them, and let them go about their day. And again, offer it again. I'm here if you ever need to talk. Gentle parenting says, just because you're going through challenges doesn't mean I should whoop your ass, because it's getting on my nerves that you're dealing with challenges. Do you know what society is doing to children today? You feel insecure when you scroll the internet. Imagine how they feel. Imagine. Imagine how scary life is for them. And imagine, especially the little boys, oh God, especially the little boys, automatically, you like, dude, you're like a whole 11 years old, 12 years old. You are not a man. I know, but I feel like I should do. You are not a man. But society says that by a certain age, they need to have it together. And they're already stressing about what they don't have together. So when you get in the way, you're the enemy. When you get in the way, you're the enemy. You're the one that's coming down. If this was the 70s or the 70s or the 80s, if this was then, your son would be like, or your daughter would be like, why you coming down on me, Jack? Like, you're the enemy now. Said they are so open with me, I do have to stop them, though. I do have to, what? What do you mean stop them? Stop them from what? Are the way they're expressing just too much? Like, are the things that they're saying you don't want to hear them say? I promise you, don't shut it. Let them talk. I don't care how wild it is, what's coming out of it. Do you know what's out there? We've all been on Twitter. We've all been on Twitter. We know what's out there. Trust me, what your child is talking about ain't shit compared to what's out there. Let them talk. I don't care how outlandish it is. I don't care if your child said they wanted to commit a crime. Let them talk and then advise against it, because you trying to control the narrative is what makes them sneak. That's how a liar is born. And once they start lying, they find out there's no punishment for the lie because you don't figure out the truth. And so now they want to lie more. Now that they're lying more, they find out that hiding is kind of a turn on. Now I've hid this and I didn't get caught doing this. I wonder what else I can do. And now they're doing the most. That's why drug addicts are now teenagers. I remember when it was taboo, you don't bring up no cigarettes, no weed, no pills, no none of that when we were teenagers. I mean, there were people who were doing them, but it wasn't like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't popular. Now it's popular. I saw a kid get off a school bus, elementary school. He got off the bus and lit a joint straight off the bus. And before I could go, oh my God, that's crazy, all I could think was, damn, he might be going through some stuff. The bus driver ain't say nothing. I told you I'm from the hood. Nobody believes me till I share stories like that. Like, bruh, they're starting younger because they have to hide everything. Even when your child says, I want to try, give them all of the facts, none of the punishment. Because just because they're thinking about it doesn't mean they're going to do it. But when you chew them out for their thought process, they stop thinking things through. See how you can stifle a child, like, really quick? And when I do mean, like, really quick, that's so ignorant. Why would you think that? Now, every time they have a thought, you battle them in their head until your voice becomes their voice, and now they don't get along with themselves. I don't care how tough your children are. They're sensitive. And they're sensitive to everything. Every word you say. Even if because a lot of y'all got the cool kids. A lot of y'all got the cool kid, right? The cool one, the one that's unfazable. The one that rarely has an attitude problem. They're quiet a lot. They don't talk a lot. That's because and in here is comfortable because in here they can sort through the craziest of their thoughts. Don't trip. I'll give y'all the link for the donations for the ritual when we get there. Everybody be patient. I'm trying to listen to what Spirit is talking about with these children. Because I'm really talking to your inner child too. I'm really talking to your inner child too. That's why you don't express today. Because shut up was your mantra for the majority of your life. That's why you don't express today. You can't stop me from saying what's on my mind. I'm going to give it to you whether you like it or not. because I found out the only way to counteract shut up is to keep talking until I run out of things to say. Some of you can't control your temper because your temper got you beat when you were a child. Now in your adult years, you throw temper tantrums like you're a teenager. Your road rage is evidence of that. When you're in line at the grocery store, if there's still lines at your grocery store, and you're standing behind a lady who has hella groceries and you only got a few things, you're mad at her as if she was supposed to buy less to help you move faster. You're throwing a temper tantrum. Some of you are doing it in your relationship right now. You text your mate, I love you, and they didn't text you back in 5 minutes. So internally you throw a temper tantrum. You want your way because you never got it. Said the beatings didn't phase after a while. You know what's funny? My dad's whoopings hurt, right? Physically. When my dad would whoop us physically, I'm talking about we were whooped till we bled. My dad's whoopings hurt, right? My mother's whoopings hurt my feelings because she was my safe place. Her whoopings hurt my feelings. I didn't tell her till I was grown that her whoopings never really hurt because I know she thought she was doing something, but not compared to what my father was doing. So her whoopings didn't hurt. They hurt my feelings. You know what I'm saying? Like my mom, my strong place, the one that always said, I believe in you, that hurt my feelings. Like, why would you hit me? And it's because, come to find out, and you know, this is just on some personal shit because y'all know I don't mind sharing my story in my life. But come to find out, she could have just been taking that out on me because she was being hit. A lot of forgiveness happened and a lot of healing happened, but it didn't happen until I was way older. And I started understanding what was really going on in my life, what was actually being hidden from me. And my parents hid it well. Like when I say well, I didn't know. All them years I was mad at my mom, I didn't know. I didn't know that she was just like some of you right now, trying to stick it out with the person that's abusing you just to keep the family structure together for our sanity. I didn't know. That's why I keep telling y'all to forgive your parents. You have no idea what was being kept from you, but your anger towards them causes you to think that they don't go through anything. No, I'm not saying let how they treat you slide. I'm saying forgive them for their behaviors before you were conscious that their behavior was a behavior. Because now you're searching for what went wrong with them and you'll never find out because at the same time you're trying to get away from them. But when you get away, even your memories will come back from when you were a child and you're going to see exactly what you forced yourself to forget. Because forgiveness is not for them, Antonio. I'm telling you, I keep telling you that it's not for them. It's for your sanity. Because even respectfully, because your parents have crossed over, but even before they crossed over, that relationship was already dead. Can you imagine trying to ride a dead horse? You're not going anywhere with that. That pain is not taking you anywhere. That non-forgiveness is not taking you anywhere. It's not building you up. It's tearing you apart internally. Forgiveness is for you, not them. Because I ain't forgiving nobody who ain't never apologized for what they did wrong. You can't acknowledge it. You get what I'm saying? And now, Antonio, they're gone. So they really can't acknowledge it unless you hit a mediumship session. You know what I'm saying? And you get that sorted out. But even then, you would still be pissed because why couldn't you say it when you were here? Don't matter. Let it. You have to forgive them for your sanity. Because if it's a dead issue, what kind of life are you trying to breathe into that? What kind of life is it bringing you? No matter what, it's draining you of your very essence. It could be killing your creativity. It could be shortening your lifespan because you want to understand what you've been through without ever finding out why you went through what you went through. It's like holding on to a moment, like a moment with a mystery box. Ain't shit in the mystery box, but the mystery box makes you feel like there's something deeper there, you'll let it go one day, Antonio. I promise you. You'll let it go one day. Maybe even after you and Wolf move. You know what I'm saying? You will let it go one day. But you're going to have to be free first before you do it. Because you're going to recognize where that is holding you back. You know what I'm saying? So my mom told me her story, still acts the same way. My grandma was worse. Let me tell you something, beloved. My father told me, I told y'all this before. My father told me the story of how he was beat growing up. How his mother, my grandma with her crazy ass, how she used to beat him till he bled and then put him in the tub like scalding hot water with ammonia and bleach after. And although I understood, respectfully, I don't give a damn. Still does not give you a pass for the way you whooped my ass. But I understand why you are the way you are. Thank you for sharing that with me, because that's the healing you needed for yourself. But respectfully, that don't do shit for me. You know what I'm saying? Now that I understood that, I understood that until he sorts through that, he's never going to be the type of father that will apologize for his own behaviors. And that's when I let it go. That's when I was like, yep, forgiveness on the table. Forgiveness on the table. Forgiveness on the table. See, when you finally move out of that space you're in, beloved, you're going to have to forgive her. You're going to have to. Because you can't take her with you where you're going. Just can't. A lot of you will never get an explanation of why you were treated the way you were treated. But that's no excuse for you to stop living. It's no excuse for you to give up on life. I understand your tantrum, and whatever age your abuse started is the age you're kind of stuck at mentally right now. But that's no excuse for you to stop living. Hold up. And we're back. Sorry, I forgot to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. I don't like when people interrupt me while I'm live on my streams. Oh no, it's already plugged in, Antonio. I forgot to put it on Do Not Disturb. Said I get that I will never get an apology, but I haven't forgiven. I don't think it's for me. If it's hard for you to forgive, if you feel like you can never forgive, as long as it's not hindering you from living your life, then you'll be just fine. But if you see that what you're holding on to is causing you to not be able to live, then forgiveness needs to be on the table. Because I said it's not for them, it's for you. Sometimes it's for your future. Sometimes it's for your destiny. Most of you are spiritualists. The family you were born into ain't even your family anyway. That's why it was hell. The goal of the enemy was to stomp your divinity out of you. And look at you. Look at you. Still divine as hell. Doing divine things all day, every day. So, I think I'm ready to move forward now. Are y'all ready for part 2 of the ritual? Said, I've been fasting in my process of leaving. Make sure you leave some offerings for the ancestors of the land where you are so they can help prepare the steps for where you're headed. Most important on your exit. Leave the offerings. And for those of you wondering what I'm listening to, this is me. You know what I'm saying? It's called More Than Peace. I'll hydrate in a moment. Don't be telling me what to do. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm joking. I'm kidding. Part 2 is fairly easy. So what I want you to do, no, it's not available on my website. It's on my old YouTube page. I still ain't transferred it. I've been tired, okay? So for the next portion, all I want you to do is write your children's names on a piece of paper. I'm gonna channel this code, and I want you to put it on something in the house. Even if you put it on your children. If you have older children, just send it to them in a text message. I just want them to lay their eyes upon it. Also include you. Write your name on the paper as a representation of your inner child. Said I got a 7-month-old. Then you're gonna write this code on your 7-month-old in oil. Coconut oil, olive oil, jojoba oil, oil. Siblings too. All children that you can think of, put their name on it. Because it's the one thing that I know for sure. I ain't gotta ask permission to protect the child. I ain't got to. I'll punch you in the face in public if I see you treating a child wrong. I don't gotta ask permission. Say, how in the TikTok world have they not given you the blue dot yet? I don't know. But it's all good. Nieces and nephews too. And I'm gonna channel this code, and then you're gonna write it on the piece of paper. Say, can I put my fur baby too? I guess. I mean, the incantation kind of don't go with your fur baby, but that's your baby though, so put your fur baby down too. We don't have any oil at the moment. Well, well, you can use water. You can use avocado oil. You could trace it in water too though. Take a cup of water, dip your finger in there, and just trace the number, let it dry out on their skin. Adult children too. They're still children. Look at it, I'm so sweet. Water or saliva. No, don't now. I don't know where your mouth been. Do not use no saliva on your baby. We go. Look. Yeah. Nah, but for real. And do that while you listen to this incantation, okay? Y'all know I'm being goofy. Yep, your grandbabies too. Your grandbabies too. Of course, your grandbabies. Don't you ever neglect and forget about them. Yep, you're going to write this code on your children too. Every child that is present, every child that is absent, I call for protection for all adolescents from infant to teen to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes that society brings. All negative things from the bully to grades, from trauma and pain, depression and pressure applied to the journey, removing the things that block them from learning their worth, embracing their talents, embracing this earth, rejecting imbalance. I give them a shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. Children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, every child that is absent, I call for protection for all adolescents from infant to teen to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes that society brings. All negative things from the bully to grades, from trauma and pain, depression and pressure applied to the journey, removing the things that block them from learning their worth, embracing their talents, embracing this earth, rejecting imbalance. I give them a shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. Children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, every child that is absent, I call for protection for all adolescents from infant to teen to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes that society brings. All negative things from the bully to grades, from trauma and pain, depression and pressure applied to the journey, removing the things that block them from learning their worth, embracing their talents, embracing this earth, rejecting imbalance. I give them a shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. Children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, every child that is absent. I call for protection for all adolescents from infant to teen to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes that society brings. All negative things from the bully to grades, from trauma and pain, depression and pressure applied to the journey, removing the things that block them from learning their worth, embracing their talents, embracing this earth, rejecting imbalance. I give them a shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. Children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, every child that is absent. I call for protection for all adolescents from infant to teen to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes that society brings. All negative things from the bully to grades, from trauma and pain, depression and pressure applied to the journey, removing the things that block them from learning their worth, embracing their talents, embracing this earth, rejecting imbalance. I give them a shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. Children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, every child that is absent.
Yes.
Protection for all adolescents.
So I said include their names on the paper.
Dreams and block out the schemes that society brings. All negative things from the bully to grades, from trauma and pain, depression and pressure applied to the journey, removing the things that block them from learning their worth, embracing their talents, embracing this earth, rejecting imbalance. I give them a shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. Children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, every child that is absent. I call for protection for all adolescents from infant to teen to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes that society brings. All negative things from the bully to grades, from trauma and pain, depression and pressure applied to the journey, removing the things that block them from learning their worth, embracing their talents, embracing this earth, rejecting imbalance. I give them a shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. Children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, every child that is absent. I call for protection for all adolescents from infant to teen to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes that society brings. All negative things from the bully to grades, from trauma and pain, depression and pressure applied to the journey, removing the things that block them from learning their worth, embracing their talents, embracing this earth, rejecting imbalance. I give them a shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. Children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, every child that is absent. I call for protection for all adolescents from infant to teen to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes that society brings. All negative things from the bully to grades, from trauma and pain, depression and pressure applied to the journey, removing the things that block them from learning their worth, embracing their talents, embracing this earth, rejecting imbalance. I give them a shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. Children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, every child that is absent. I call for protection for all adolescents from infant to teen to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes that society brings. All negative things from the bully to grades, from trauma and pain, depression and pressure applied to the journey, removing the things that block them from learning their worth, embracing their talents, embracing this earth, rejecting imbalance. I give them a shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. Children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, every child that is absent. I call for protection for all adolescents from infant to teen to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes that society brings. All negative things from the bully to grades, from trauma and pain, depression and pressure applied to the journey, removing the things that block them from learning their worth, embracing their talents, embracing this earth, rejecting imbalance. I give them a shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. Children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, every child that is absent. I call for protection for all adolescents from infant to teen to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes that society brings. All negative things from the bully to grades, from trauma and pain, depression and pressure applied to the journey, removing the things that block them from learning their worth, embracing their talents, embracing this earth, rejecting imbalance. I give them a shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. Children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, every child that is absent. I call for protection for all adolescents from infant to teen to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes that society brings. All negative things from the bully to grades, from trauma and pain, depression and pressure applied to
definitely your unborn babies.
Learning their worth, embracing their talents, embracing this earth, rejecting imbalance. I give them a
If you're pregnant right now, you're going to write the code on your belly.
Children are covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities.
When I give you the code.
Children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present,
every child that is absent. I call for protection for all adolescents from infant to teen to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes that society brings. All negative things from the bully to grace, from trauma and pain, depression and pressure applied to the journey.
Yep, even your aborted babies. We ain't even go there. That's a whole nother live right there. That's a whole nother ritual, but include them too. And if you didn't give them a name yet before they were aborted or before you miscarried, just include the date, because you knew, you remember what date it was in which you aborted them and or had a miscarriage. Including the date. Include the date. The date has a correlation to the name they would have had. Okay? The code is 338842. 338842.
Rejecting imbalance, I give them a shield. The shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart.
338842. I'm letting it charge right now. I'm gonna get up and stretch my legs. I'll be back in a moment. Once you get done writing all of this stuff out on the paper, the names on the paper, I want you to sit and listen to this, because I'm charging the code right now, and I want you to charge it, let it play in your area, let it play around you, let it play within you. If you don't know the date, you remember the season. Memories hold access to pinpointed memories, okay? Just remember the moment. Remember the moment, write the season. You might even remember the month. You know what I'm saying? If you don't, it's fine. Okay?
Every child that is present, every child that is absent, I call for protection for all.
And then after you get done doing that, after you get done listening for a minute, moderators, please put my payment links in the comments. And now everybody can send over their donations for today's ritual. And in advance, I want to thank you for being a part of it. Month of what? This is for people who miscarried. I'm talking to the people who miscarried or had an abortion. Because they remember when it was.
Every child that is present, every child that is absent, I call for protection for all adolescents from infancy.
Yeah, let me get up and stretch my legs. I don't got no time for my legs to be asleep. Snoring.
Things from the bully to grace, from trauma and pain, depression and pressure applied to the journey, removing the things, block them from learning their worth, embracing their talents, embracing this earth, rejecting imbalance. I give them a shield, the shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. Children, the children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, every child that is absent, I call for protection for all adolescents from infant to teen to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes that society brings. All negative things from the bully to grace, from trauma and pain, depression and pressure applied to the journey, removing the things, block them from learning their worth, embracing their talents, embracing this earth, rejecting imbalance. I give them a shield, the shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. Children, the children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, every child that is absent, I call for protection for all adolescents from infant to teen to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes that society brings. All negative things from the bully to grace, from trauma and pain, depression and pressure applied to the journey, removing the things, block them from learning their worth, embracing their talents, embracing this earth, rejecting imbalance. I give them a shield, the shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. Children, the children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, every child that is absent, I call for protection for all adolescents from infant to teen to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes that society brings. All negative things from the bully to grace, from trauma and pain, depression and pressure applied to the journey, removing the things, block them from learning their worth, embracing their talents, embracing this earth, rejecting imbalance. I give them a shield, the shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. Children, the children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, every child that is absent, I call for protection for all adolescents from infant to teen to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes that society brings. All negative things from the bully to grace, from trauma and pain, depression and pressure applied to the journey, removing the things, block them from learning their worth, embracing their talents, embracing this earth, rejecting imbalance. I give them a shield, the shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. Children, the children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, every child that is absent. I call for protection for all adolescents from infant to teen to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes that society brings. All negative things from the bully to grace, from trauma and pain, depression and pressure applied to the journey, removing the things block them from learning their worth, embracing their talents, embracing this earth, rejecting imbalance. I give them a shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. Children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, every child that is absent. I call for protection for all adolescents from infant to teen to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes that society brings. All negative things from the bully to grace, from trauma and pain, depression and pressure applied to the journey, removing the things block them from learning their worth, embracing their talents, embracing this earth, rejecting imbalance. I give them a shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. Children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, every child that is absent. I call for protection for all adolescents from infant to teen to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes that society brings. All negative things from the bully to grace, from trauma and pain, depression and pressure applied to the journey, removing the things block them from learning their worth, embracing their talents, embracing this earth, rejecting imbalance. I give them a shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. Children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, every child that is absent. I call for protection for all adolescents from infant to teen to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes that society brings. All negative things from the bully to grace, from trauma and pain, depression and pressure applied to the journey, removing the things block them from learning their worth, embracing their talents, embracing this earth, rejecting imbalance. I give them a shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. Children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, every child that is absent. I call for protection for all adolescents from infant to teen to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes that society brings. All negative things from the bully to grace, from trauma and pain, depression and pressure applied to the journey, removing the things block them from learning their worth, embracing their talents, embracing this earth, rejecting imbalance. I give them a shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. Children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, every child that is absent. I call for protection for all adolescents from infant to teen to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes that society brings. All negative things from the bully to grace, from trauma and pain, depression and pressure applied to the journey, removing the things block them from learning their worth, embracing their talents, embracing this earth, rejecting imbalance. I give them a shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. Children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, every child that is absent. I call for protection for all adolescents from infant to teen to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes that society brings. All negative things from the bully to grace, from trauma and pain, depression and pressure applied to the journey, removing the things block them from learning their worth, embracing their talents, embracing this earth, rejecting imbalance. I give them a shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. Children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, every child that is absent. I call for protection for all adolescents from infant to teen to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes that society brings. All negative things from the bully.
Congratulations, Diosa.
Block them from learning their worth, embracing their talents, embracing this earth, rejecting imbalance. I give them a shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. Children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, every child that is absent. I call for protection for all adolescents from infant to teen to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes of society.
I mean, if you don't want the position, Dio, so I can take it away. But I just thought, because you always come in here and support, you let everybody know it's a donation-based ritual, so I made you a moderator too.
I give them a shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation.
If you don't want it, let me know. You know what I'm saying?
Infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. Children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, every child that is absent. I call for protection for all adolescents from infant to teen to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes that society brings. All negative things from the bully to grace, from trauma and pain, depression and pressure applied to the journey, removing the things block them from learning their worth, embracing their talents.
I told y'all before I make you a moderator, I gotta watch you.
The shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart.
And she has been showing nothing but love.
Covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. Children, the children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, every child that is absent. I call for protection for all adolescents from infant to teen to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes that society brings. All negative things from the bully to grace, from trauma and pain, depression and pressure applied to the journey, removing the things block them from learning their worth, embracing their talents, embracing this earth, rejecting imbalance. I give them a shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. Children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, every child that is absent. I call for protection for all adolescents from infant to teen to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes that society brings. All negative things from the bully to grace, from trauma and pain, depression and pressure applied to the journey, removing the things block them from learning their worth, embracing their talents, embracing this earth Every child that is present, every child that is absent, I call for protection for all adolescents from
I can feel the presence of children right now. Their energies are pure and healing. I was hoping that, and I'm not disappointed. Let me be clear on something. I was hoping that we could have massive amounts of numbers today for the child's ritual, but because I wanted to reach children, so I might still put I gotta do it right, but I might still put the ritual out there because I want it to reach. The children deserve protection. They didn't do nothing.
To grace from trauma and pain, depression and pressure applied to the journey.
They didn't do nothing. Like
learning their worth, embracing their talent.
I get so furious when I think about it. Like, what did they do?
The shield so unbreakable.
They didn't do nothing.
Foundation unshakable. Children are covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. Children are safe, protected and covered forever, always.
Greetings, beautiful.
Every child that is absent, I call for protection for all adolescents from infant to teen to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes of society.
My moderators will give you the code.
Things from the bully to grace, from trauma and pain, depression and pressure applied to the journey, removing the things, block them from learning their worth, embracing their talents, embracing this earth, rejecting imbalance. I give them a shield, the shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities.
Yes,
children,
please. Your inner child counts also.
Protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, every child that is absent, I call for protection for all adolescents from infant to teen to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes that society brings. All negative things from the bully to grace, from trauma and pain, depression and pressure applied to the journey, removing the things, block them from learning their worth, embracing their talents, embracing this earth, rejecting imbalance. I give them a shield, the shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. Children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, every child that is absent, I call for protection for all adolescents.
When I talk about the absent children, I'm talking about the children who have crossed over.
To grace from trauma and pain, depression and pressure applied to the journey, removing the things.
And for any mothers or fathers in here that have lost a child, I assure you, life will get back to normal for you. And I assure you that you will see them again.
Covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities.
Let that pain and let that guilt go.
Covered forever, always. Every child that is present.
Of course, it's easier said than done. But I need you to start.
From infant to teen to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes of society.
Yep, you can write your future grandchildren. Them prayers last forever.
Apply to the journey, removing the things, block them from learning their worth, embracing their talents, embracing this earth, rejecting imbalance. I give them a shield, the shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. Children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, every child that is absent, I call for protection for all adolescents from infant to teen to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes that society brings. All negative things from the bully to grace, from trauma and pain, depression and pressure applied to the journey, removing the things, block them from learning their worth, embracing their talents, embracing this earth, rejecting imbalance. I give them a shield, the shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. Children
Said my girl won't sit still for me to write on her. So what I want you to say, if your child won't sit still for you to write it on them, what I want you to do is I want you to say the code out loud. So now the code is resting on your lips, and then I want you to kiss them on the center of their forehead.
Block them from learning their worth.
You know, parents, they try to force a kiss on you, so you can do it.
I give them a shield, the shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. Children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, every child that is absent, I call for protection for all adolescents from infant to teen to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes of society.
So my kids are sleeping, what should I do about the code? I mean, if you can't write it on them, then send it to them, and or put it up somewhere in the house and just make them read it a couple times.
Rejecting imbalance, I give them a shield, the shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. Children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, Every child that is
Said it is okay if they wipe it off.
Protection for all adolescents.
That's a child for you.
To awaken their dreams and block out the schemes.
That's a child for you. That's just what they do. It's fine. You have left the imprint, and that's all that matters.
Learning their worth, embracing their talents, embracing this earth, rejecting imbalance. I give them a shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. Children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, every child that is absent.
Yep, text it to him.
Protection for all adolescents, from infant to teen, to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes that society brings. All negative things, from the bully to grace, from trauma and pain, depression and pressure.
They don't understand if they wipe the kids off. Yeah, they're really touching the code.
Their worth, embracing their
now it's on their hands, and they're gonna touch themselves everywhere with it. Good.
So unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. Children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, every child that is absent. I call for protection for all adolescents, from infant to teen, to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes.
My little ones are at the park right now. We'll write the code and do it later.
From trauma and pain, depression and pressure.
For the nieces and nephews you don't ever see, just write their names down.
Learning their worth.
I understand what that's like. I have nieces and nephews I've never seen.
I give them a shield, the shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered.
Said I wrote it on his forehead like Simba. He rubs his head a lot.
Children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, every child that is absent. I call for protection for all adolescents, from infant to teen, to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes that society brings. All negative things, from the bully to grace, from trauma and pain, depression and pressure, applied to the journey.
How will I explain this random text with numbers? You won't.
Embracing their talents, embracing
you won't.
Their rejecting imbalance.
Don't explain it.
The shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. Children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, every child that is absent. I call for protection for all adolescents, from infant to teen, to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes of society.
Simba.
Things from the bully to grace, from trauma and pain, depression and pressure, applied to the journey, removing the things, block them from learning their worth, embracing their talents, embracing this earth, rejecting imbalance. I give them a shield, the shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. Children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, every child that is absent. I call for protection for all adolescents, from infant to teen, to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes that society brings. All negative things, from the bully to grace, from trauma and pain, depression and pressure, applied to the journey, removing the things, block them from learning their worth, embracing their talents, embracing this earth, rejecting imbalance. I give them a shield, the shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart.
It's your very first ritual. Welcome.
Covered infinity, covered from harm,
for sure,
covered from entities. Children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, every child that is absent. I call for protection for all adolescents, from infant to teen, to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes that society brings. All negative things, from the bully to grace, from trauma and pain, depression and pressure, applied to the journey, removing the things, block them from learning their worth, embracing their talents, embracing this earth, rejecting imbalance. I give them a shield, the shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart.
It looked like your son had your phone. That's exact. I kind of knew that.
Covered from entities. Children are safe, protected and covered forever, always.
Y'all want to hear it one more time? 3. I know it's like 8 minutes apiece, right? If you want to hear it one more time, I'll play it one more time. That's if you want to hear it one more time. Or we can just come back and wind down. Yes. All I needed was one yes.
Every child that is present, every child that is absent. I call for protection for all adolescents, from infant to teen, to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes that society brings. All negative things, from the bully to grace, from trauma and pain, depression and pressure, applied to the journey, removing the things, block them from learning their worth, embracing their talents, embracing this earth, rejecting imbalance. I give them a shield, the shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. Children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, every child that is absent. I call for protection for all adolescents, from infant to teen, to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes that society brings. All negative things, from the bully to grace, from trauma and pain, depression and pressure, applied to the journey, removing the things, block them from learning their worth, embracing their talents, embracing this.
No, you can't save this sound.
I give them a shield, the shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. Children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child
Mama Earth said, run it back one more time.
I call for protection for all adolescents from infant to teen to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes that society brings. All negative things from the bully to grace, from trauma and pain, depression and pressure applied to the journey, removing the things that block them from learning their worth, embracing their talents, embracing this earth, rejecting imbalance. I give them a shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. Children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, every child that is absent. I call for protection for all adolescents from infant to teen to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes that society brings. All negative things from the bully to grace, from trauma and pain, depression and pressure applied to the journey, removing the things that block them from learning their worth, embracing their talents, embracing this earth, rejecting imbalance. I give them a shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. Children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, every child that is absent. I call for protection for all adolescents from infant to teen to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes that society brings.
If you done right and tap the screen, go crazy.
Depression and pressure applied to the journey, removing the things that block them from learning their worth, embracing their talents, embracing this earth, rejecting imbalance. I give them a shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable.
Yes, you should.
Covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. Children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, every child that is absent. I call for protection.
Look who just rolled up in here late.
To teen to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes that society brings. All negative things from the bully to grace, from trauma and pain, depression and pressure applied to the journey, removing the things that block them from learning their worth, embracing their talents, embracing this earth, rejecting imbalance. I give them a shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. Children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, every child that is absent. I call for protection for all adolescents from infant to teen to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes that society brings. All negative things from the bully to grace, from trauma and pain, depression and pressure applied to the journey, removing the things that block them from learning their worth, embracing their talents, embracing this earth, rejecting imbalance. I give them a shield so unbreakable, strength.
I always know when day is missing because nobody asked me, did I eat? That's Dave's job. All day, every day. Did you eat?
Children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, every child that is absent. I call for protection for all adolescents from infant to teen to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes that society brings. All negative things from the bully to grace, from trauma and pain, depression and pressure applied to the journey, removing the things that block them from learning their worth, embracing their talents, embracing this earth, rejecting imbalance. I give them a shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. Children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, every child that is absent. I call for protection for all adolescents from infant to teen to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes that society brings. All negative things from the bully to grace, from trauma and pain.
You mean you was with someone? What you over there doing, Dave?
From learning their worth, embracing their talents, embracing this earth, rejecting imbalance. I give them a shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. Children.
That's what I'm saying, Vondre.
Safe, protected and covered forever.
Oh, they said she met a guy.
Every child that is present, every child that is absent. I call for protection for all adolescents from infant to teen to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes that society brings. All negative things from the bully to grace, from trauma and pain, depression and pressure applied to the journey, removing the things that block them from learning their worth, embracing their talents, embracing this earth, rejecting imbalance. I give them a shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. Children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, every child that is absent. I call for protection for all adolescents from infant to teen to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes that society brings. All
my son tried to eat my paper.
From trauma and pain.
It's always a child trying to chew on something.
Removing the things that block them from learning their worth, embracing their talents, embracing this earth, rejecting imbalance. I give them a shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. Children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, every child that is absent. I call for protection for all adolescents from infant to teen to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes that society brings. All negative things from the bully to grace, from trauma and pain, depression and pressure applied to the journey, removing the things
Yep, that'll be enough.
Learning their worth, embracing their talents, embracing this earth, rejecting imbalance. I give them a shield so unbreakable.
Watch, your children gonna start acting real different in a beautiful way. Watch.
Infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. The children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, every child that is absent. I call for protection for all adolescents, from infant to teen, to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes that society brings. All negative things, from the bully to grace, from trauma and pain, depression and pressure applied to the journey, removing the things that block them from learning their worth, embracing their talents, embracing this earth, rejecting imbalance. I give them a shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. The children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, every child that is absent. I call for protection for all adolescents, from infant to teen, to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes that society brings. All negative.
I love you, 360, and yeah, my mods, they go crazy. Don't nobody have better mods than me.
Learning their worth,
and that's on everything.
Talents, embracing this earth, rejecting imbalance. I give them a shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered.
So happy after that good cry. Good.
Entities, the children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, every child that is absent. I call for protection for all adolescents, from infant to teen, to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes that society brings. All negative things, from the bully to grace, from trauma and pain, depression and pressure applied to the journey, removing the things that block them from learning their worth.
Thank you, Kimmy. Thank you.
Embracing this earth, rejecting imbalance. I give them a shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered.
My moderators are always on it.
Harm, covered from entities. The children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, every child that is absent. I call for protection for all adolescents.
I would love a big hug. Why does everybody want to hug me? Because the truth is, I could use one. Who heals the healer? Who heals the healer? I'm so hoarse. Who heals the healer? Yeah.
Rejecting imbalance, I give them a shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. The children are safe, protected and covered forever, always.
Said you're huggable, bro. I guess so. I guess so, in a sense. I give the best hugs. I give the best hugs. Like, you ain't been hugged until I hug you. You know what I'm saying? Ooh. How's everybody feel? Shaman Bear. Said, I want a hug. Day, you already had a hug. Said, my child is testing me. And you can burn the piece of paper or get rid of it however you want to. Just this one time. Just this one time. The code will last for 7 days. Don't even trip. If you haven't yet, please send over your donations for this ritual. There's no set amount. It's whatever you can afford, okay? I'm so proud of y'all. I know today's subject wasn't one. No, you're not keeping it. Burn it. This time the burning is an activation, not a destruction, okay? I know today was heavy. You have to come out to Dallas. I'm not coming out to Houston. I'm not going to leave if I come out to Houston. But I'm proud of you all for staying strong and sticking in here with me today. Like, I know it was definitely a lot to process. I definitely spoke or went deeper than I thought I was going to go, but I don't try to control what spirit got going on. So I just let it be what it is. You know what I'm saying? And I'm so proud of you all for sticking it out and listening and hearing me out today. Like, I love y'all so much. Like, y'all make me proud every time I get on this live. It's day 22 of the 52 days of ritual. You know what I'm saying? And y'all make me proud every single time. The way y'all fight, the way y'all refuse to give up, the way you stand up and say, I'm really prepared to heal. You know what I'm saying? Like, today was supposed to be geared towards your children but I couldn't neglect your inner child at the same time. And so there was a lot of healing for you, not only in correlation to your relationship with your children, but in your relationship with yourself. I'm proud of you. I know, right? The new record, it's a new record, day 22. Day 22. Day 22. Like, I don't even know what to say to y'all right now. Dad, you're gonna have to catch the replay on YouTube. 207 shares. Let's go. Over 300,000 likes. Let's go. Said I was driving when I hopped in. No, you was cuddling when I started. Just catch it later on YouTube, Day. No, Day. No. You already got one. You should be good for the day. I got you on tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like today was one of them days. Today was one of them days where it was like, I thought for a fact, and I'm not even gonna lie, I thought for a fact everybody in here was gonna be cussing me out this whole time. Like, for real. Like, you don't know what you're talking about, you crazy. You don't know what I've been through. You don't know what pain I done dealt with. Like, damn. You're right, I don't know what you've dealt with. But I know what you're tired of dealing with. You know what I'm saying? Like, I may not know what you've been through, but I know you're tired of feeling what you've been through. Like, I ain't wanna, like, say, wow, we missed you on Thanksgiving Day. I went live that day, too. I ain't missed a day. I told y'all that day on Thanksgiving I was going live earlier. You just wasn't in here when I announced it, I guess. Like, but I'm proud of y'all. Shouts out to my moderators. Shouts out to my moderators and my new moderator. You know what I'm saying? Got one more in the building. You know what I'm saying? My moderators just make it all worth it. Moderators, can you please continue to share the payment links, though, so people send their donations over? Because then I don't see their messages when they're like, where do I donate? They'll message me on Instagram. Trust me, I didn't see it. It's just sitting there. It's like a ghost message. You know what I'm saying? That's why I have a second phone. And even that, I don't be seeing all the time. So I'm a future mod. Yeah, you kick it long enough, you're going to be part of the crew. And once I'm telling you, I'm going to do something special for my mods. I got to. I'm just trying to figure it out. How I can get all of y'all in one place. Celebrate the hell out of y'all. I'll buy you dinner. And go get y'all manicures and y'all pedicures done, like facials, massage. All the good stuff. Like, so yeah, I text you when you're delivering a message. I meant to my spirit team what? Yeah, you could burn the paper or get rid of it however you want to. Yeah, no secretary yet. Bailey volunteered, but I know Bailey got a lot going on. I don't want y'all doing too much for me until I can do something for you. They say you don't have to do that. We should pamper you, king. But what kind of king would I be if I didn't triple and quadruple the love you give to me? Oh, I know I should be pampered. Somebody gonna come rub my feet and feed me grapes. I see Dave's messages. She just know I'm ignoring them. I see him. I see him. Dave, don't try me. Don't try me. I see him. Yeah. What kind of king would I be if I didn't give y'all quadruple what you give to me? So I'm definitely gonna do something sweet for my moderators. Like I'm gonna do something real sweet for them, because nobody says that they have to help me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't never hit them up and was like, yo, I'm gonna need you to help me. If you don't help me, we'll have a problem. No, I'm not gonna do that. Like I'm grateful to my subscribers. I love y'all. I love y'all. I can't wait till my subscribers sitting at like 100K. How much money that is a month? Do you know how much I can do at that amount, bruh? You don't even know. Like, you don't even know. But I got my moderators, though. Said if they don't help, you come in for wigs. I mean, it is true. I be throwing threats. I'm not even gonna hold you. So shouts out to the Soon crew. And they don't be threats, they be promises, because I will steal your wigs. And I'll put one on the way out the door. I'll even shake it while I'm stealing it, just like this. Said when someone subscribes, do you get the money? Not yet. Have to hit a certain amount of subscribers before they start paying me. But it just sits there until I hit a certain number, then they release it. We don't make a lot off subscribers. Like, I think we get a few dollars out of that $5.99 it costs you to subscribe, but in the grand scheme of things, once the subscription numbers go up, then that amount it'll be a lot more. But I'm just grateful that y'all would even subscribe. That's all I'm saying. So let me hide my wigs. Yep, and the one on your head, because I'll snatch that one too. You know what I'm saying? I'll come for the one on your head and leave the ones in your drawer alone. You know what I'm saying? The rest of your puppies. I call people wigs puppies. They got names and personalities. This is Brenda right here. Like, this is Brenda right here. This is. Brenda make me feel special. Brenda said, I'm bald. Antonio, I will put a wig on you. Scrap that. Antonio, because you bald, I'm going to put a toupee on you. Says she's never heard you coming for us. Said, no, I'm natural right now. Well, I will take all your hair accessories, all your hair ties. Yeah, nobody escapes. Nobody escapes. I'm petty king. I'm the petty king. Don't think you escape. Nobody gets away. I said I'm natural. If you natural, I'll just pour water in your hair. That's it for it, right? It's done. It's done. Tie you to a chair, let it air dry. It's done. Finished. You're finished. You know how hard it's gonna be to comb that out? Either way, I'm gonna get what I want. You know what I'm saying? Either way, I'm gonna get what I want. I'm natural too. The two-strand twist in my hair look like locks, but I promise you they not. I just ain't took them out, tried to comb them out. I'll come for anything. Stop playing. I'll steal 127 out of the 500 rhinestones on your favorite church dress. Don't play. I'm petty. Said that don't work with locks. You gonna try me? You gonna try me? I will come and super glue 3 of your locks together from each side of your head. Like one from here, and then one from the back. I'm gonna super glue them right here. You're the new alfalfa. Nobody escapes. Nobody, I'm the bully you never wanted. Said taking the feather out your church hat. Shh. Better yet, pulling up on you while you at church. Loudly walk through the door and go, where's my money? Just like that, and then walk out. You better have my money by the time you get out of service. I'm gonna do it right while church is starting. You're gonna sit there awkward the whole time. I'm not even gonna be outside. Yeah, there's no getting away. You don't get what you thought. They're gonna look at you crazy the whole service. Nobody gets away. I told you, nobody gets. I got methods. Okay? I got methods. You know what I mean? I'll come mess up your pedicure every time you go get one. I'll pull up while she working on your feet, and I'll pour mud in the water. Do something. Do something. Said, oh man, now I gotta cut you. Time to snip one of the two front of your locks. I promise you, if you do that, you ain't gonna get a chance to do it. Look, don't make me turn into lockpock off up in this thing. Who are you playing with? What is that in my hair? That's random. Anyway, turning a lockpock on you. All right. Tomorrow's ritual is one of my favorite subjects to talk about. Because tomorrow's ritual is contracts. We're going to talk about spiritual contracts tomorrow. And we're going to do a contract breaking ritual. Tomorrow's going to be crazy. You understand? Tomorrow's going to be crazy. Tomorrow is contracts. And I didn't forget. Like, I knew what today's ritual was and tomorrow's because I said it yesterday. But I kept reminding myself because one of my favorite things to talk about is contracts. Of course, we're going to do sigils. Just not right now. But yeah, we're going to do sigils. I didn't forget. It's all here. So you talking about today's ritual? It'll be on YouTube soon. It takes a while to upload videos on YouTube. But yeah, tomorrow's contracts. And the contract breaker. It's going to be a new beginning. So you said contracts and my eyes started twitching. Yeah, it's on and cracking. It's on and cracking. You said, can we do protecting the home, a home protection ritual? Just text it to me. My YouTube is Wild Wealthy Shaman, all one word. Wild Wealthy Shaman. Ooh, let's get these pictures real quick. Just a few cute poses today. Let's get these numbers. I look so high when I got a head cold. I promise I ain't smoked nothing in a minute, okay? Let me get my regular smile for the people who love it. Because they think I'm handsome. They think I'm sexy. You know what I'm saying? Me, I'm sexy. Who's sexy? I'm sexy. Who's sexy? I'm sexy. Fuck it up. But yeah, me. Portal gang. Get him, Black. Fuck him up. But yeah. Oh, thank y'all. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. I like compliments. But yeah. I love y'all so much. Let's get ready to dismiss. If you sent in a donation for today's ritual, I thank you so much. If you couldn't send in a donation for today's ritual, I still thank you so much. You want to do a money jar ritual? Text it to me, okay? Said that big humble heart makes him even sexier. Y'all trying it. Y'all not serious. Don't even play with me. But yeah, let's get ready to dismiss. And I expect to see all of y'all here. Actually, I want y'all to go ask some of your friends what they know about spiritual contracts. And if they go, I want to learn about it, I better see them here. I better see him here. You know what I mean? Nah, I'll see y'all tomorrow though. Let's dismiss. Protection. I declare protection against all entities who are against my perfection. Any hiding within, you are now ejected. Any energy in the wrong, you are now corrected. Protection, protection. I declare protection. I call upon the powers of my heavenly sections. I declare myself cloaked to be unseen by the unseen. I declare myself safe from the unclean. I declare a shield around me that can't be penetrated by anything. Protection, protection. I declare protection. Anything that tries to penetrate it gets instant rejection. I declare it reflected back to its source, a quadruple dose of its infection. Protection, protection. I declare protection. And it is so because of my I am presence. Ashe, amen, amen, amun. So mote it be, and so it is. In the name of Jesus, all praises to the Most High. All love and honor to the Supreme Architect. Ashe Olodumare. Hey, don't get me started. Look, you see me? Hey, we could go all day with it. All praise and honor to your gods and who you worship. Burn it. That's what you're doing with the paper. Ancestor Money says hell note on it, or hell bank notes, is because it's supposed to take care of debt. Debt would be considered a hell, okay? But I hope to see y'all tomorrow. Invite everybody. Make some content for me. You know what I'm saying? Y'all should come tomorrow. Contract something. Like something. But I love y'all 360. And I'll see y'all tomorrow, 3 o'clock p.m. CST. Don't be late. Don't, because I'm telling you, I'll come steal your wigs. Good night, everybody. Peace.